All right, we're live.
Okay, we are live.
We're live.
We are live.
Okay, we're live. So
right.
no more talking about drama that you don't want live because we're live officially now.
Cool.
What's up? Thanks for watching our podcast. We're here with Parmasean Cheese Guy, Ben Lapidus from America's Got Talent.
Amazing.
Bo
Wait, we got to
Electra.
do the intro, right?
Hi.
This is the Lost Boys podcast with yours truly, cøzybøy, and Mr. Hair Jordan,
What's up?
Mr. Pratfall, Mr.
What does that mean?
Amazing actor.
What's pratfall mean?
Because you be falling everywhere in your videos.
Oh,
like
yeah,
a pratfall, like
down.
a fake
Yeah.
fall.
Of course.
Yeah, he's really good at pratfalls.
We started late tonight because we pranked the boys, but we did an Allison prank. But you'll see it later. It's too
Yes.
much to explain.
And our
Allison
very
had to
special
leave.
guest.
It was a really good
and-
prank.
and-
awkward prank.
No,
Yeah, it'll come together in the edit.
it was really good.
Well, it would have been less awkward if I had said, "Hey, I think that's a different person," but I didn't have the balls.
Me and you got pranked. We were the ones that got pranked.
Yeah.
Me and Ben. But we have our super special guest, Mr. Ben. Jordan, would you like to make the introduction?
Yeah, Ben Lapidus, Parmesan Cheese Guy, right?
America's Got Talent.
That's
Yeah.
Before we started, I asked him. I was like, "All right, Ben,
Your
how can I?
gravestone reads,
How do we clickbait you in the
Ameri-
title?" I was like,
It was America's Got Talent with a question mark, and they had to remove the question mark because he had talent.
Ooh.
That moment was
America
crazy.
has talent.
I watched that moment, by the way. Like, how did that feel? Can you explain?
Wait, and then introductions.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I skipped it.
Forget them.
Our
They don't need
co-host.
introduced.
Our co-host.
Much more important
Ben's
than me.
the special
Alright.
guest. Okay.
He was
Okay,
on
everybody
television.
introduce yourselves.
Liza. All right, so that's everybody except Liza Doll.
My name's Lisa.
Yo.
Whoa.
Oh
Whoa.
fight.
Mike.
Damn.
It's okay. It's spelled like Liza. It's fine. Everyone does it. My name's Lisa.
Lisa.
Loser.
Yeah.
And then
sure.
apparently, Zara, Titchy Music. You guys knew each other for a long
We've
time.
known that, we
Yeah,
known each
we-
other for years. And
like-
then we just reconnected, 2 hours ago?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, on speakerphone because I was like, "You want food?" And then you
She
were like
literally
being
was like-
complicated, so we had to call. And then
Here's-
you were like, "Oh, I know her."
Yeah.
And then on speakerphone, they were like, "Oh," and I was
Yeah,
like,
imagine
Small
getting
world.
a call
I was like,
from Hair Jordan and someone you know from 10 years ago goes, "Hey, it's me.
Yeah.
Remember?" Like, "Oh, cool."
And nothing's changed.
No, not at all.
"Yep, look at you guys, two peas in a
There
pod."
we go. They're together. And
I'm Bo.
Bo.
This is Bo
He already
Electra.
introduced me.
So is it B-O or is it B-E-A-U-X?
Frankie was in the restaurant.
It's B-O.
B-O.
It like comes from
I don't smell that.
like
Yeah, I
I
was
don't know,
going to say.
some like weird Southern shit, and
Uh-huh.
it's like Beatrice Olive.
Okay.
And my parents took the two letters and then
Yeah.
Bo,
That's pretty. Beatrice Olive is a very pretty name, though.
right?
Yeah.
And then my middle name's Electra.
Wow.
Bo Electra.
That's pretty cool. It sounds like you should start your own olive oil company.
I literally, okay, this is my theory. Like, this is so stupid, but I want to like have a boy and a girl in the future and name them Olive and Branch.
Okay.
That's really good.
Branch is a cool, like
Like
the boy's
a cool
name.
boy's name.
That is a cool boy's
Olive
name,
and
Branch. Yeah.
And then I have an olive branch,
then
and
you
I
call
can
him-
I can use them to make peace.
You can call him Brah for short. Brah.
That's so
Why'd you do that,
good.
Brah? What's wrong?
No.
Sorry, I
It's
interrupted
perfect.
you.
We've got olive oil and we've got Parmesan cheese. I
There we
mean,
go.
What else do you
Shut
need?
up. We make everyone's dates
What
better.
else do you
We
need on your
bread.
pasta?
That's it.
That's it.
No, that's it.
We're out. We're out of double names here.
And
You're gonna ask
we'll
Ben
chop
though,
them up into little pieces and put
before I
them on pasta,
interrupted
too.
you.
Yeah, he'd love that.
Wait, do you not have a mic? Should we share?
Yeah, you'll have to share.
Well, do you,
Can
can no one?
let me know when you want to speak, and I'll just hand it to you.
Okay. Also, when he wants to speak, he
She's
can
like,
vote. Okay.
she thought you were dead serious. You're like, damn.
This is Freddy. He's my little pup. I've had him for a very long time. He's
What's
a-
the
You little
craziest
Freddy.
thing Freddy's done recently?
So my mom threw up on the floor because she had bad sushi at Yamashiro.
Oh, Jesus.
And then Freddie ate it.
Damn.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Freddie's got
This
that's
dog's
that's a
nuts.
crazy kink right there.
Wait. Yeah.
Freddie's he's
Let's not get into crazy kinks on a live podcast.
he belongs
Oh.
he belongs on a
He-
different website.
Says the girl in the collar.
he tried to have sex with my friend's leg. Then
That seems pretty normal though.
Yeah, that's a normal dog thing.
I thought he was asexual. I didn't know until
No, he's
recently.
leg
Damn.
sexual.
Oh no.
Leg sexual.
Oh, no. I was gonna
Yes,
say.
he did it with a big dog
Anxiety.
as well.
Thank you.
He doesn't like to be sniffed at the
I love
bum,
a good
but he's
Plunder
happy
dad
to
joke.
sniff other people's
It's my-
bums, and also
it's my love language.
like have sex with them, but
Okay.
not really have sex. So he's a very strange dog.
Okay.
He won't ever put his pee into anything that is a hole. He'll just rather hump a leg.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Maybe he just likes the feel of his pee on a bit of leg.
Right.
I mean, that's cool.
I was begging Zara to bring her mom on too because she was supposed to
Oh,
have dinner
no.
with her tonight.
If my
She
mom
refused to bring her mom
No,
on the
because
podcast.
then she
I'm
would
like,
just
please.
say, "Oh, back in the day, Zara did this," and I don't want anyone knowing what I did back in the
fair.
day.
I want you and your mom to both have microphones and just let you guys run wild, man.
What,
that'll
like me
be
and
that'll
I
be
hope
one of the
someone never gives
podcasts
my
one
mom a
day.
microphone.
No, we will keep that in the past. It never happened.
I love her.
Wow. Well, anyways, I really wanted to get to this story. So this moment, right, where I feel like you have to like, or one of us could also tell the story, but I feel like you could tell kind of what happened a little bit and then like how that made you feel. Because to me, that was crazy watching it,
Sure.
you know?
Well, basically.
So America's Got Talent.
America's Got Talent. I don't know if
Boom.
I'm supposed to look in the camera, look at you guys.
No,
Look
no,
at
no. Well,
guys.
you can look at you can look at either one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Went
you
on
look pretty,
America's
so
Got-
you're good,
Hey,
you
thank
know?
Went on America's Got Talent. Was the whole plan was to do a joke song. So
Yes.
kind of like it was like a lot of back and forth trying to like figure out how to do this. And one thing that is real about America's Got Talent is the judges don't see the acts in the auditions until they audition. So that's like one thing. They keep it like
Okay, so that's like a legit thing.
it's a legit thing. They're getting their first reactions. So
Yeah. That's cool to know, actually.
oh yeah, the producers will play on that and try to set it up so that it's like because
they want
do
reactions.
like a what do you call it, like a twist or you
Yeah.
know, pull the rug out from under the judges.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
the same thing. They were like setting me up with this backstory of being like a really serious singer songwriter.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
was like leaning into that, and then got up there, sang a song.
So
about,
is that true when you're like, I've been writing songs since I was young and this and this and
Well,
this?
what's funny is that it is true.
Yeah.
Everything that's in there is true. I've been a songwriter since I was like 12, and that's
Yeah.
why I've only started doing like straight musical comedy online for the last year and a half or so. So
Okay.
before that, it was
Got
all songwriting.
Like serious.
Yeah.
Got it,
Totally.
got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What made you decide to make that switch? Because that's an interesting transition. I feel like even as an artist, it's like there must have been some pride or something you had to let go.
It's such a definitely like a process of letting go.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's a freedom too. in
I
that.
believe it. I believe
Yeah,
it.
because it's just like
I freestyle so many out of pocket lines that never make it, I'm just cracking myself up, like
Yeah.
by myself, just recording vocals. So I can relate, but it'd be hard to bring that wall down.
honestly, you should make a side project just for those things.
I've been thinking about it.
No,
I've been
because
thinking about it.
truly,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
like having done musical comedy the last however long,
Yeah.
has changed my songwriting in a way that like now when I do something serious, like I feel so much more licensed to like say the weird thing or like, and
Yeah.
then the ideas are more interesting. So
Yeah.
definitely
yeah.
worth following.
Well, there's a lot of sort of like honesty that can be derived from comedy, right? That you can't really get in a serious context sometimes,
Totally.
right?
Yeah.
So I can totally see how that would affect even serious songwriting.
Yeah.
Like I feel like even like Drake does that all the time. Like he'll say funny like lines that are serious, but they're kind of funny, and you don't really know whether to like laugh or cry or whatever. right?
Totally.
So,
Yeah.
No.
But anyway, just to close this out.
No, yeah, please
I got up there. For those of you, you should just go check out the video. You'll get a better idea. But I got up there. I got X'd by all the judges, and then Heidi was like,
But they let you go
should-
for a while though.
They let me go.
They let you
Yeah,
go
yeah,
for
yeah.
a while. Actually, they kind of held out. I was
sure.
I was even surprised. Not to say like that, but to me, I was like, oh, this is something they would X.
Yeah.
And I thought it was gonna be X earlier.
Yeah.
But they actually really let you go.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, totally.
That's not normal, right? I don't watch the show, but I've seen clips. But because all 4 judges gave you X, but the live audience was like booing the judges and cheering
Right.
for you. Is that
Personally,
why
I've
they
never seen that happen.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is
before.
that why
I've
they
never
let
seen
you-
him roll it
Yeah,
back?
that was insane.
Is that the reason
Yeah.
they let you keep going even though you had 4 X's?
For sure.
Well, that's the twist. Let him get to the twist.
For
Let him
sure.
get to the
Okay,
twist.
okay, sorry.
Yeah, so Heidi gives me a chance to play the song again, and I do. Oh, Freddy, you dirty dog! Oh,
no, baby.
he's caught.
Freddy's. It's okay.
Okay.
Technical
Freddy doesn't know
difficulties.
anything about
We're good.
content.
Yeah,
Everything's good.
seriously.
Freddy lives in a contentless world.
And we're all jealous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For real.
So
Yeah, continue.
So I was performing it for the second time on stage, and I just felt it. Like something was clicking with the audience, and I mean, part of the excitement in that room was like they got the joke in the audience and the judges
Yeah.
didn't, and so there was just kind of this like momentum happening, and it was like people were like standing up, like doing the wave and stuff, like by the end of the song, and I just like lost my mind, like tapped into some like real primal
You
energy
did.
shit.
You did.
Yeah, you were like
There was like a
screaming.
screamo moment.
I was like,
Yeah.
damn, he really wants that Parmesan. He knows
Yeah.
the audience wants it too.
Yeah.
I was like, damn. I was like, he might have listened to Pierce the Veil. Like, I don't know. He
Oh,
might.
yeah.
This kid's got a background.
For sure.
And then just say like kind of what the song was. Like just like it was like a joke song about.
Joke song about you go to an Italian. How many times have we been here? Thank you. We go to an Italian restaurant. The waiter comes around.
And I feel this. I'm a big Parmesan cheese lover.
You're a lover of Parmesan
Yes.
cheese.
Yes.
And you ask for some, and you get some, and they put on like 2, best 3 little sprinkles.
Shakes.
And then they say,
With a
"Is that
spoon.
good?" And you're like, "Yeah, thank you." But deep
A
down
little
you want
more. A little more.
But you're embarrassed.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
the song.
so embarrassing.
There's a social stigma for asking for more Parmesan cheese, and they treat it like it's like a nectar, like a god honey nectar
Exactly.
in the restaurant,
I want to try this.
and it's like, man,
You've never had that problem?
No.
Do you just keep going?
They say when and you're
You
like,
just yeah.
no.
But you're from the UK,
Yeah. Are they less stingy there with their Parmesan?
or maybe
Yes.
yes.
you guys don't like Parmesan as much.
I mean,
You're saying that because of Simon?
Oh yeah,
She was like, I don't
Maybe
like
you're right.
Parmesan cheese. And I was like, first of all, shut your mouth.
honestly,
but it originated in Europe. I mean, Italy, right?
It's true.
different country.
So
Anywho,
no, it's still your okay. Yeah, just because we
Different
left
country.
it here.
LOL, Brexit.
It was still.
I didn't have a mic, but I
EU.
said country, not continent. I'm not that dumb.
I mean, from a different perspective, from a different country, Parmesan cheese is always welcome. You can never have too much.
Facts.
So you don't get embarrassed when the waiter comes up to you and
Yeah.
you're like, "Oh, is that enough?" You go, "No, that is not enough," and you have no problem doing that.
And he's like, hell yeah, girl, speak your truth.
But like,
You know her. You know she doesn't care.
Yes,
I
I
was gonna say, I don't care. It is not my job to be embarrassed for wanting something that I'm paying for.
Wait, so can I ask
Oh.
you a question?
Yeah.
Do you ever feel self-conscious?
I mean, yeah, with some things,
With some
but
things.
A lot of things that I don't feel is appropriate or necessary. No, I exist, and if I'm doing something that maybe some people find inappropriate, which is a lot of things, I just take it with a pinch of salt and then move on.
Not a pinch of
I was
Parmesan.
gonna say that.
Pinch of palm,
Thank you for
pinch of
doing
palm. But I'm definitely like I'm trying to maybe be more cognizant of certain things, like Freddy nearly falling the light off.
I don't know if that was your fault.
I know, but I have to be very aware that he exists.
What's it like to like not have crippling social anxiety or things like that? Like genuinely, because
Oh no, I have anxiety. I think everyone has anxiety.
Just not
But she
about
was saying
cheese.
not about
crippling.
cheese.
Yeah.
Like
No.
like I'm just saying like I get like if someone gave me a Diet Coke and I like ordered a Sprite,
Mm.
I would drink the Sprite like it was like the last bit of liquid on earth because I'm so afraid of telling them that they messed up.
Oh no, but there's a way. There are ways to do it. You can be kind. You can just be like, "Excuse me, hi, I'm really sorry."
But that's not what she's
But
saying. She's saying
I
that
like literally
the
get
interaction
embarrassed.
causes
like, that
her
interaction
anxiety.
Causes so much anxiety.
It's like
So,
an empathy of somebody else's mistake causing embarrassment. Is
Not
what
my
it is.
empathy striking again.
Oh.
The what?
Both got a problem.
It's a common theme.
Oh, okay.
Much for the people. I'll just take the L.
Do you have a song about ordering the wrong soda?
I do now.
Damn.
Hey,
Heyo.
Well, so anyways, so fast forwarding. So song it was Parmesan cheese. The judges were like on the fence, and then it was hard no 4 X's, right? And then
And then
the crowd started going
crowd's
crazy.
going crazy.
Yeah.
And the energy's building. And one by one, the judges reverse their votes.
Yeah.
And I go through.
Yeah,
That is insane.
crazy.
Crazy.
And I've never seen that happen. Do you know if that's happened before?
No, I don't think it's happened before.
Wow.
You
Do you think it's happened
history?
since?
Broke the streak.
Do you think it's happened since?
I don't think so.
Wow.
It's funny.
Damn.
Ben,
Yeah.
a legend.
Way to go,
Hey.
Ben.
An
Yeah.
actual pioneer.
It's my cool weapon. post.
So what,
Hey, there you go.
okay, so what happened after that?
I made it to the semifinals, and then
That's
I
amazing.
was done. And then I didn't move on to the finale. I
Oh.
forget how the show works.
You didn't make it through the second round,
I made it to the second round,
and then that was it. You didn't get past that.
and then there was one more round, and I didn't make it to that one.
So did
Damn.
you continue doing like musical comedy each round that you did have to go through, or you just
I
did
did
one
the
more?
Parmesan cheese song again, but that was because
Oh,
they made
okay.
me.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna do something different, and they were like, "No, you're the Parmesan cheese guy." I was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
Damn.
Is
That's
that
how
why
the
you
show
started-
works?
The thing that you started
Oh,
singing
yeah.
at the beginning, was that what you wanted to do?
No,
Or,
no,
like,
no.
You wrote
that
that,
was like
specifically to like intro that you were still the Parmesan cheese guy.
it was, at that point it's all, choreographed
Scripted.
and
Of course.
scripted.
Yeah,
completely,
yeah,
like-
yeah.
And they were like, "Here's the."
Can you
idea.
say that? I mean, that's a weird thing to
I was
ask
gonna
because
say,
you said
not
it,
to
but
answer
like,
because I don't want to get in trouble.
I don't give a fuck.
yeah.
What the fuck are they gonna do?
The whole
Well,
thing
it's
was a
interesting.
bit.
The America's Got
Are you
Talent,
in
like
contract
Men in
now?
Black show up at our door.
No, they didn't do shit.
It is interesting to me because I also have had a few friends on like reality TV, like Love Island. One of my friends was on The
Really?
Bachelor,
How they talk about that, yeah.
and
that?
another one of my friends was on some Hulu one. But anyways, but they've all described like the reality TV show, and it's so fascinating.
Yeah.
And I won't say anything because it's their stuff that they told me. I don't know if it's whatever, but like, yeah, it's like a lot of it is contrived.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
I'm sure it's a different situation with like a bunch of people in a house. They're trying to like get people to fight.
Yeah.
And trying to like get shit to happen. So that
100%.
they can film it. With
that
this,
for
it was
free
much
without
more
the
just
camera.
like.
And they tell people like if you become a caricature, like they'll just pick like that's the awkward guy, like that's the weird girl, like
Yes.
that's the loud one, that's the
Yes.
quiet one, and then like that's the one that she's gonna get cheated on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She just looks like that girl, so let's do it.
Part
And
of-
then they'll even tell you to play into it and like this is how we're gonna do whatever. And what's interesting is they told that to my friend. He was supposed to be like the bad boy, and then he like flipped the script on them and like got further than he was like supposed to get because he like didn't listen, and like he's just like that kind of guy where like I would not have been able to survive, right? But he was the type of dude that had that like social finesse and like charisma to go against what they were trying to like paint him as, and he like flipped it and it like worked.
Yeah.
Anyways, but it is very interesting how reality TV works.
I relate to that. And
Yeah.
part of what like clicked in my brain
Mhm.
while going through this process was it's such a machine and
Yeah.
things have to happen so fast, and you're like basically carted around from like one department to another,
Mm.
and it's so large that like none of them can like really be talking to each other all the time.
Yeah,
So like they're like, okay, we need to like someone sends me here to like film B-roll,
yeah.
and the person who's filming like doesn't actually know what they're supposed to film. So
Mm.
everyone's just like content is always being captured,
Yeah,
and no one really knows what they're supposed to be doing.
yeah.
Which
And then they
really-
just have hours of footage and they just clip it together and be
Yes.
like, here's what's going to be
But
entertaining.
that's where the freedom is in the contestants. To
Yeah.
like, if you just like do something crazy, they're gonna film it.
Yeah.
And like that becomes part of
The thing. Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
So when you signed up for America's Got Talent, was that like your whole? It's just going to be a joke. Is that how you were like seeing it as, or were you actually like, I'm a musician and I want to like showcase?
I actually didn't sign up. A guy reached out to me.
Oh,
So you got
okay.
scouted.
TikTok, yeah.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
How did they find you?
It's TikTok.
So you were popping on TikTok.
Hell yeah.
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 Yeah. I had a video go viral, one of my first, and then that just happened.
Nice.
Crazy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite parody song? Is the Parmesan cheese song to you? Is that played out? Are you over it? Do you want to be the blank guy, but like a different, food item or other thing? Different noun?
I don't know. I like whatever I do most recently. I'm sure
Okay.
you can relate as artists.
Yeah,
You love what
100%.
you do most recently.
100%.
I just wrote one today that I'm super excited about.
What is it about?
It's about how my type is funny girl with smelly car.
Why smelly car?
They've just all had smelly fucking cars. I don't know why.
That's
Why?
actually
Smell it.
hilarious though.
I
Like
don't know why. They all
every
have
every
smelly
girl
ass
I've dated
cars.
has like a dirty car.
Yeah.
I
It's
have
like
a
just
clean
messy.
car.
So gross.
Or
Yeah.
no car, but a dirty bedroom.
Literally, like,
Right.
Or
Am I
that.
the only one that likes cleanliness?
I don't
No,
know.
I like cleanliness too.
Yeah. So
My
what
car
did
is
it
like
smell
spotless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
face is
Mine looks
spotless.
like I'm gonna murder somebody and put them in my trunk or something.
Well,
It's
then
like
you,
completely
you'll
spotless.
use
Yeah, this
bleach
is
to
amazing.
cover up your tracks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be good at that.
Okay, well
Yeah.
now we know.
That's
I
so
literally-
scary.
I literally like
You
don't
heard it here
make
first, guys.
TikToks.
You heard it here
But
first.
the only TikTok I ever made that did well was a POV. You get into a hot girl's car and it's literally just all trash.
That's
That's
so
literally the
funny.
only TikTok I've ever
It's just like
made that did
McDonald's
well.
everywhere.
Yeah,
so-
and it was my friend's car too, and she legit had a pine cone in there and taco seasoning,
Oh my god.
and like flip flops and
It was a
everything.
snack for later,
Yeah.
the pine cone taco
No,
seasoning is
literally.
It's good fiber.
I was just
okay?
like, Whitney, what the fuck is this?
I would have that in my
Like,
car. I would
me
see-
neither. My car is like OCD clean.
Oh my god.
Damn. I respect the OCD clean car. I really do.
Same.
It stands out.
Especially if it
stands out.
smells good.
Yeah.
Which,
You
by
gotta
the
have
way,
scent on
feel
point.
free. Any content or TikToks, if you have time, we can end this early if we have to. We're all about the content stuff. So if you have a TikTok idea that needs people,
Yeah.
you got
Sure.
people. Like pretty much all of us do content,
Dog. You have a dog.
or we're down. So
For sure.
yeah,
Or we're down.
anybody, you too, whatever.
Definitely.
Party on.
Party on.
John Wayne.
So do we hear a little acapella of the smelly car hot girl?
Oh man, you gonna make him leave?
I can play it into the mic.
Yeah, play it into the mic. Play it into
Oh,
the
for
mic.
real? Oh shit, we get a preview for real.
You gotta ask, you know. We did a podcast on Tuesday and they were just like, no freestyles. Like, don't ask us to
It was on the
freestyle.
list. We had a list of do not ask stuff. And one of them was no freestyle.
Don't ask us to freestyle. I was like, damn, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't know we were on that level, but
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, ready for it? Yeah. Here we go.
I got models in my DMs on the daily. Bitches foaming at the mouth, going crazy. Saying shit like I love you, date me. I just hit them back with a no thanks, baby. I only date funny girls with smelly cars and ADHD. And if you don't got
I love that.
then you're never gonna date me. I only date funny girls with smelly cars and a literal fucking mountain of laundry on their bed at all times.
that's actually really good.
Dude, Allison would
Incredible.
love this.
I
I'm so
love that.
sad she had to leave.
So, did you produce that? Like, how did that track come about?
Yeah.
So you produced it. Awesome. That's amazing, man.
That's such a good
Congratulations.
song.
That's really
It's
cool.
very
Girls,
catchy.
smelly
That's
cars
really
with
With
ADHD.
ADHD.
That's like my new Tinder bio.
Yeah,
Bitches foaming at the mouth going crazy. Could you put that on a t-shirt and
Hell
sell that
yeah.
as merch? I want one of those.
That's hard. So do you produce all your songs?
Yep.
You do? Wow. That's really cool, man.
Thanks, man.
How long have you
Yeah.
been producing?
Mad respect. Mad respect.
Forever. I got Pro Tools when I was 12.
Oh,
When I
wow.
got
Damn.
Yeah.
my first guitar in Pro Tools when I was 12 from my guess who? My stepdad.
Damn. Okay.
My stepdad because
Guess who?
Guess who?
Because we know each other so
Yeah.
and yeah, I've been doing that ever since.
I'm like, oh no way.
You get it. You know.
He's just like, she looks like she has one too. That one. That one. He's like, that one, daddy issues.
Yeah. Come on. You can tell us.
Wants to name her son Branch.
LOL.
Oh.
Not one, but guess who also my daddy is?
He's like, you.
My stepdad.
He's like, you know.
Anyway.
I'm glad Ben is here.
Yeah,
Me too.
I'm glad to be here.
Great.
How long have you guys? You produce obviously.
I produce, yeah.
produce too,
Jordan
Jordan?
produces as well.
Nice.
We all produce.
He's a really good producer as well.
Thanks, bro. No,
He pulled up
I'm
to
not
the
even-
studio for our first session and we were writing and then like I didn't have like a good like rock drum kit at the time. I was still like I mostly had done like hip hop and trap and stuff like that. And I grew up playing in emo bands, but I was recording like live drummers. So I never actually really had to do like rock drums. And then he was like, "Oh, he's like, don't worry, like I got you." And then sent me these like amazing rock drums. And I'm like, "Holy shit." I was like, "You really like produce. Like they sounded amazing."
Fuck yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah.
dude. I didn't know if you liked them or not.
No,
No.
that's
I didn't know if
Very
it was
good.
helpful or not. I
No,
don't know.
it
We
was
were just
super helpful. Super helpful, yeah.
Well,
I
make
think
out.
I chopped the samples. I chopped the samples and put them into a bank.
Hell yeah.
So I have
dude.
my Hair Jordan kit.
Fuck yeah, the Hair Jordan kit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's release that. We'll split the royalties. You
I'm
did the
down.
work of cutting it up.
50-50, baby. Let's
Actually,
go.
somebody else was just telling me, teaching me about rock drum
Oh,
samples
really?
last night. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
But-
they're a whole thing. They're a lot different than trap and hip hop samples. For sure.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
always down to just listen and learn.
Yep.
With
Yep.
people. That's what I was doing last night.
In music,
Yeah.
you're always constantly learning though, because there's always some kind of new software that's out.
Oh yeah.
Better,
Dude,
more
I was
expensive.
just asking so many questions all night. Oh,
Where were
at
you?
Kiwana's studio.
Okay, was that at her house or was it like?
Yeah, that's her.
That's their place. Yeah, that
this
looked
dude-
pretty sick.
Yeah, this dude Bass God came over and was producing one of their songs.
Yeah, you
And he
know
was
Bass
really
God.
good.
I do now. He was teaching. I was asking him every question. And he was
Damn.
like cool. And he was like teaching me stuff. And then Maisie from Scythe Gang was there. She's
Yeah.
taught me a lot about producing. and
She's cool, man. She makes cool music.
I was just listening ears. Well, actually, I was asking a lot of questions and then listening ears. But they do a lot of things the same way, very different from me,
Yeah.
including the way I do rock drums. So thanks for
Damn.
the compliment. Because literally last night they were like, "Oh no,
Really?
here's how we do it." Yeah,
I gotta ask you how they do it because I'm very curious now.
contact
yeah.
drums,
Oh, they do
Contact.
contact. Okay.
So
And
I
then-
used to. I used to,
Really?
but yeah.
and then a lot of Joey Sturgis plugins
Yeah.
for different
Dude,
stuff. Yeah.
Nick Tello, I'm gonna shout this person out real quick. But Nick Tello for one, but he put me on. He's a mixing engineer and an artist, but he put me on to Robot Dog Drums, which is made by this guy named Ryan Cohen. And I was flipping through like Easy Drummer and Superior Drummer and all these other drum plugins and contact drum kits, like Slate drums and all this other stuff. And I was like not liking what I was hearing. And I was like, I just need a kit that like does the thing I needed to do. You know what I mean? And I saw Nick Tello talking about Robot Dog Drums on his Instagram, saw it. I DM'd Robot Dog Drums, which I still need to make this video. He gave me a license to play around with. And they're like the best rock drums, like out of me. And I'm like a stickler when I'm like really going in on shit. And like I probably did like 3 days of research and like trying out all these different trials and stuff. And they were just so good.
Okay.
So
What's it
good.
called?
Robot Dog Drums. It's
Never
like
heard of
$100 plug-in. And like if you just want like good rock drums, that's not this like crazy like Superior Drummer and stuff is so deep.
So
You know,
massive.
Slate drums is so massive. It's like, 15 gigs of banks, whatever. But like Robot Dog Drums basically gives you like the best, simplest version of those plugins.
Okay.
And they give you some really cool like sliders, like how you want the mix to sound of the kit. I was blown away and I've been using it in almost every session since. So
Hell yeah.
yeah, shout out Robot Dog Drums.
Yeah,
Ryan
we gotta
Cohen.
have Nick on the podcast too.
Yeah,
we were
do.
talking about him last night.
We got to have Nick on the podcast. But yeah, producer stuff, music stuff.
We could have a whole nerd hour of producer
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah,
could go
for
off.
real.
dude, really?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
We gotta hang out.
Can I give one recommendation?
Yes,
please.
Soothe. It's a plugin called Soothe.
Yes.
Oh, I love Soothe. Yeah,
S-O-O-T-H-E.
Soothe is great.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I use it on everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's the
Like
most
vocals
helpful.
and
yeah.
You want to
So
know what's
great.
really crazy is so Jason Joshua. Do you know who that is? So
No.
super famous mixing engineer.
Okay.
And Jason Joshua uses Soothe as his kick sidechain. So he sidechains the kick into Soothe and then puts a high cut on it and then has Soothe cut the kick into the bass and like synths and stuff. So you know how like a sidechain you'd use like a compressor
Sure, yeah.
or something like that? But Soothe will do the compression based on the frequencies that is input.
Right.
So Jason, and it's like the fastest sidechain you can have.
Right.
So like I don't know, you should like look into that, but it'll do like Jason Joshua Soothe kick sidechain whatever. But
So wait, he's sidechaining.
so he uses the sidechain, the kick goes into Soothe, and the Soothe plugin is on the bass.
On the bass.
On the bass.
Got it.
And then you know how you have the EQ and
Chord,
Soothe.
right.
So he does the high cut, so it's only taking in the bass frequencies of the kick. So then when the kick is coming in, instead of ducking the whole instrument, right, it's only ducking the frequencies of the kick, and it's the amplitude that the kick is going in at.
Got
and
it.
it's just ducking that piece. So I use that in songs, especially pop music.
Right. Yeah.
But like never thought to use Soothe like that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Totally. I
It's
just
so
realized how
cool.
in the weeds we just got in that.
Yeah.
Y'all are
Sorry.
starting to lose
And
me.
that's- yeah,
Sorry.
Apologies.
Yeah.
All those
But that is an in the
nonsenses.
cut plugin though. Like that's a good
It's great. I've
plugin.
never even used it as a sidechain, but I'll try that.
Dude, yeah,
Sure.
you should try it. It's really dope.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Who's dropping the next song? We all do
Boring.
music, I think, except you. But you were making music last night though for the first time. I
For
saw your
the
story.
first time ever, I was in the studio.
Oh, wow.
My
Hell
my
yeah.
friend's one bedroom apartment.
Cozy's best
Shout him
friend.
out, LaPlay.
LaPlay,
one of my
yes.
best friends, LaPlay.
No, I went
Yeah.
rollerblading with him yesterday, and then he was like, "What do you want to do? We could either go to the barcade or we can record a track." And I was like, "I don't make music," and he's like, "You do now." And literally, he wrote me a song, and like, well, I helped a little. I like wrote 2 lines, and then he just put headphones on me and said, "Okay, here you go." And then I learned what bars are. I didn't know what that was before. I just always heard people say, "Damn, he got bars," but I never knew what that meant.
Yep,
No,
yep.
I legit
Wait,
never knew what
is that a
bars
thing that-
meant. Like
That's like I thought it was like a universal. You don't have to be a musician to know what it meant.
no,
right?
I didn't know. I thought bars just meant
Well,
you were
technically,
good.
it's like bars in music.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, oh, that's an
Yeah.
8 bar, 16 bar.
yeah, like yeah. Okay, now I feel real stupid.
Wait, you thought it meant
No.
bars of gold?
No, I
What'd you
know.
say?
I just
I
thought
didn't
bars
hear.
meant like that you're good.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah, it
damn,
does.
like he got bars. Like,
like
Oh, I didn't
like
know
slang.
that.
Yeah, I didn't know that it
Yeah, I didn't
actually
know that was-
like
but
yeah.
I'm also learning a lot of.
Yeah, well,
American
yeah, you're learning
slang.
American lingo.
Yeah,
That's
like
cool.
yeah. So I don't have bars quite yet, but
Getting there.
But you could.
I'm getting. Well,
You
actually,
will.
I got the bar a couple times, as you guys say, a couple times. Yeah.
got the bar
I
a
got
couple
the bar.
You got one.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, and then it didn't sound that bad. Auto tune really helps. Like holy shit.
One bar at a
Like,
time.
You passed the bar exam.
uh,
Bars.
That was good.
Everyone goes,
that was good.
that was good. That
All right,
was good.
who's releasing the next song out of all of us?
I mean, I have my song that's going to be released
When?
soon.
When?
I'm not sure when it's going to be released. It's still in the.
Probably not soonest then. When's yours dropping?
soonest.
Mine's supposed to drop sometime this summer. If this stuff wouldn't have happened, it would have been dropped by the end of June. But
Damn.
I don't know if that's gonna happen.
So not you either. When's your next song?
Yeah, when is Smelly Cars dropping?
Oh, that'll be dropping soon. But actual music in the next month.
Did you just not call that song actual music?
Yeah, full. I should say full songs.
Wait, do you have like separate artist names for your joke
Yeah.
songs?
No, it's still under Band Lapidas, but
Okay.
it's and I haven't really put out like full versions of joke songs except for the Parmesan Cheese song. But I mostly just put out pop punk music.
That's sick, dude.
Welcome to the friend group. Man.
Yeah.
This
yeah.
is
Yeah, dude.
see, this is why we all were like watching that video because we just saw that inkling
Oh yeah,
of emo in you, and we were like,
And now
Oh,
you're
yeah.
here
We know that
a few
guy's
months
cool.
later.
that's crazy.
It really is.
Actually, yeah.
Hey,
Bo is the one who made me watch the video like 2 days ago.
oh yeah, because
You
And
never
then
saw
she
the
would-
Parmesan cheese video.
Well, apparently I did, but I don't remember it. But no, you were like, I didn't meet him because you were at the Hyperpunk house
yeah.
singing to authors, Mike,
Right.
as a surprise when he got back, and everybody was singing. It was like 20 of y'all singing,
yeah.
and you were like, I wish I was there, and I was like, what is this? And you were like, I want to meet him. So I was like, let's get it. Let's have him come over on Thursday, and you just come on the podcast. And then I was talking to Allison. I was like, we should make this a bit. We should prank because you guys look similar. I don't know. So yeah, you could thank Bo
Nice.
for having to sit and endure being around me and the things that I do.
for the reason you're here.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were talking about like thank Bo for making me endure watching the Parmesan.
No.
And I was like, you can leave.
No,
This
basically, what you were saying the other day, I was like, oh yeah, let's get him on the podcast. Let's
Oh,
get you.
yeah.
And like,
I was
Talk about
absolutely
it.
upset. Like, my life is already just.
She was very
like,
upset.
Everything's been going on to me right now, and it's
Everyone
like
loves
been
you,
the
though.
worst month. Thank you.
Wait, what's been going on?
Share.
Share time.
You know,
Hey,
it's
time to
honestly,
spill.
I fell in love
Cliff
with a girl
notes.
with a smelly car.
Oh,
That's right.
Shit.
No,
Oh.
no.
yeah.
But just like roommate drama and like a lot of stuff, and it's LA, and stuff gets taken out of hand because.
Yeah.
So are you gonna write a song about it now?
Quick move,
Definitely
huh?
write a song
Are you
about
gonna
it.
write about a song about it? What
If
did I
you
just
think
say?
that
Gonna
Taylor
write about a
Cruz is
song
not-
about it
Damn
now.
near write a song about it?
Literally,
Where you
I was texting with. I've been like in communication with all of them through this situation because it's like family, and both Jordan and Taylor. While I'm literally like, and Mike, I was crying in my closet and hadn't left for like a day and a half or 2 days. And Jordan, individual of everyone else, like everyone said the same fucking thing to me on the phone while I'm like crying to them and being like, my life's a mess. And they're like, are you writing? And I was like, okay, fuck you guys. Yeah, I am. And then Taylor calls me like week later after I had to impulsively get in my car and drive to Vegas on a spare tire, by the way. Everyone's lucky I'm still here. I didn't know you can't drive on a spare
On a
tire.
donut?
I
Oh,
drove
no.
from
I
LA
didn't
to
know that.
Vegas on a spare tire.
Oh, that's
at like
crazy.
over 80 miles per hour.
That's
How am I
50 and
here?
50. That's the rule. You can't go more than 50
How
miles.
Dude, I'm sorry. We were
It's okay,
talking
I
about
just
my
learned.
daddy issues earlier, weren't we? Like, how do you think I know things about cars and tires and love? I don't know. But I got there and I was like, Taylor called to check in on me and he's like, all right, so what do you have? I sent him like a whole song and now he's working on the track. And then I sent him like stuff today. And I just sent him this like, I had to send him obviously payment for like working on this track, and on Venmo it's literally just called succubus shit, because in a conversation, I was that word has come up a lot recently. So
That you're a succubi or succubus?
Oh,
no,
I
you're
to-
surround- that you are, or you're surrounded by that.
I'm a reverse succubus in my opinion.
So you give.
I think I give people my soul.
Right. Oh, I see. And then you then feel depleted.
Oh, I am depleted.
Yeah.
That's a song, right?
Yeah.
That sounds like a great song
But like
title.
we're working. It's in the process, and then the other one I have is like now way further in the process. But it has
Cool.
been helpful. I feel like
Yeah.
they were all right. I mean, I already knew that I had to start writing because when you are like halfway to the grave and like emotionally raw, it's probably the best time to get
That's
like
when you
some
have to
shit out
write.
of your system.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you can like think back on a situation, but you're not feeling it as hard.
Yeah.
But like when you're in that moment in the closet.
Happy Pride Month.
Trapped in the
Happy
closet.
Pride Month, everybody.
That's a good song title.
When
There
you're in the
is a song
closet.
called "Trapped in the Closet." I think
was
it's an
gonna
R.
say, wait a
Kelly
second.
mistake.
Is that okay? There you go. It's a thing already.
We don't want to talk about that guy.
But like, when you're in that moment and stuff, like if you have a pen near you, just like it's the easiest time to start writing because you're going through all of these different like thoughts. It
Yeah.
also helps to like word vomit on
Yeah.
a page,
Yeah.
so it's not like
Stream of
inside
conscience.
you.
Right? It's
Stream of
cathartic.
conscience.
Yeah.
Get it out of your system.
Yeah.
Right.
And then Taylor texted me and he was like, "Wait, this is like one of the best things like I've seen like you write." And he was like, "This is weird. Like it's really raw." And I was like, "Thanks, homie."
There you go.
That's great.
That's how you know.
That's the thing about having so many musician friends and like a friend group is there's always somebody who's like super emotional and we're just like,
Oh yeah, 100%.
right, are you writing about this?
Yeah.
They're like,
yeah.
yo, I got you. We're here for you, but what material have you come up with? Like, don't waste this.
Don't waste your pain.
Yeah.
Right.
Like that's what I would want somebody to tell me. So
And it's funny, like all musicians are pretty emotional, emo, and sensitive, and there's always some kind of chaos in our lives, which is how we create great music. We embrace it.
I think that's what like that goes for any artist. Like I think that battles are like given to them because they have the capability to like present it in some sort of way that's relatable and like reaches an audience that can't speak for themselves but
Yeah.
needs something that makes them feel like
Yeah.
seen and felt and heard. And so like I mean slay, you have to go through like a lot of pain, but clearly you can take it because you can take it and like write and then you can help someone else through something else. But God, it sucks to be in that process.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, why is this happening to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. But I remember listening to Dashboard Confessional. It's like one of my all-time favorite bands. And that was like the first time I'd really had like a band like put my thoughts into words that I couldn't form myself, you know what I mean? And it was like such a profound like experience. And like I was already making music and stuff like that, but there was something about like Dashboard Confessional that really was like taking very intricate experiences that I felt like I was having and being able to create like a lexicon to that experience and like actually like allow me to be like, oh, like these like 3 lines speak to me like so much. And I think, as you said, is like as artists, like I feel like that's what we do is like we are able to take something like even like this song where it was like what was it was Smelly Car and it was
Funny girl ADHD.
Funny girl ADHD Smelly Car. It's so it can be so poignantly true. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And someone's like, wait, it's almost like the Mandela effect. It's like this phenomenon that
Mandela
like
effects?
yeah.
You know it?
Yeah.
Do you believe in it?
I mean, that's a different topic. But
That's all. We
it's-
need a conspiracy
we're
episode.
not there yet. We're not there yet. But it's almost like that where it's like it's this sort of like unspoken phenomena. And I think like what's really cool is like you know as you're writing, you're like, oh, like I've never heard that before, but it's so poignant. And it's one of those things that it really puts you in a place. You know what I mean? And it really like gives you something that you can like hold on to, and then other people can all be like, wait, like yeah. You know what I mean?
It's like such a magical experience when you like have that thing like the song you heard or whatever that like clicks and it just immediately like you feel it inside. You're like, that's exactly how this feels, and you're
Exactly.
like how did they know that? Like that was the word I needed. That was what I needed to hear. And it can almost like heal that situation that you're going through or that you went through. It can help you like, I don't know. I mean, movies need soundtracks, right?
Yeah.
So like give a soundtrack to your trauma and like if it helps someone else because they're going through the same thing, like that's great. Now we're in the same boat. Yeah. Like,
and it's like
Beautiful.
you can write something like you can write like I love you or like I hate you or this and this and this. And these are these kind of like visceral lines that like everybody can kind of like feel and understand. But it's like once you take a line like I love you or I hate you and you break it down into 3 different lines or into something that's so just flipped on its head or so different, it's like that is what really becomes unique and like gets people into that place. Yeah, it's cool.
Feel grateful to be an artist.
Yeah.
Be able to make stuff.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Best and worst thing ever.
Let me ask you this: like, what do you do when you feel? Because I just feel like it's also coping for me. It's like when I feel sad, I literally.
It's therapeutic.
It's like, how long am I gonna stay this sad? Because I know as soon as I start writing, I'll feel so much better. So,
what's the non-musician have to say?
Right.
How do you deal?
Do you have an equivalent?
Fuck.
Enlighten us.
What do I do when
She's
I'm
like,
really
I
sad?
Journal.
I'm actually
punch
sober,
things.
so I have nothing. Yeah. What do I do when I'm sad?
yeah.
I call a friend.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's a good.
That's
one.
good.
Yeah, that's about it. I mean,
That's a good one.
'Cause
I
it's good to get
cover up
examples.
with humor a lot.
Yeah.
Like my dad died a year ago, and dad jokes are just all all in. Yeah, it's giving me a lot of character growth. Like, so
Do you have
yeah.
any favorite dead dad jokes?
I don't know. They just kind of come out now.
Okay.
I don't know. They just kind of come out naturally.
get that.
I don't know, like, because before it was my dad abandoned me jokes, and now I have to like peak, like kind of like change them a little bit, and I don't know how yet. Like, for example, whenever somebody pulled out a pack of Marlboro Reds, I used to be like, oh, that reminds me of my father's abandonment.
That's good.
And now I can't say, oh, that reminds me of my dad's death, because that's not as funny.
Right.
That's like more like, oh,
Yeah.
your dad died, I'm so sorry. And I don't want the whole I'm so sorry thing, because
I get
it's
that.
supposed to be funny.
But if he died, he's
It's
still
supposed to be
yeah.
funny.
if he died, he still abandoned you first. So
I guess
I
it's
guess you have
double.
that.
It's
Why would
double.
you do
it.
that?
Yeah,
Does that mean you have daddy issues
it
too?
escalates. Oh, he went to get cigarettes and never came back. Yeah, because he died.
Yeah. No, like now it's like cooler. Like there's like daddy issues, but now it's like dead daddy issues.
Dude,
damn.
Because the daddy issues
Yeah.
weren't resolved from the daddy.
Ooh, you have so much material. You should be a stand-up.
Yeah,
comedian.
actually.
I actually
this
have
is
done
good.
stand up.
Oh,
There you go.
I gave up real quick.
Why?
Oh,
Why'd you give up?
Oh, it was really hard.
Really?
Like,
stand up. I would
yeah.
imagine stand up's probably one of the
Especially
hardest.
as a woman,
things
it's
you
like
can
so
do.
fucking hard. I literally like used to like, because men would just be like, oh my God, you look so cute up there. And I'll be like, but what about my fucking jokes? So then I started like not wearing makeup and just like an oversized t-shirt and get up there and start telling jokes. And then I would not get any laughs. Like if there was a room full of men, I wouldn't get any laughs, but then otherwise I would. It was hard. Yeah.
Damn.
I don't know. Maybe I'll try again. I have bits. They're all dead
You
bad
should.
ones. No.
Yeah.
No, but I feel like, and that even goes kind of circles back to you. Is like I think comedy is like one of the hardest things to like really push, because it's like everyone's like, okay, well, tell me a joke. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, be
Right.
funny, entertain me. It
Right.
kind of has a different like
It's hard.
expectation.
Yes.
Well, and I mean, if you're being put on the spot, then you can't. It doesn't come out.
Right.
No.
It's like it's something that you like think about and then you write it down and then it's like, oh, I'm going to use this somehow. Maybe I'll say it to my friend tomorrow.
Have you done that with like jokes before?
Oh yeah.
Like
I write.
I mean, I'm
lists
like,
of jokes and then
see,
I
I'm like a quick-witted, like I'm like on the fly, like whatever happens, and like usually I'll make like a quick comment, then it's funny, and I know it's funny, but I've never ever been like
Like premeditated.
I'm like premeditated
Oh,
quick
no.
wit.
It's not premeditated. This is if I'm alone. If I'm alone and I find something funny, I'm like, oh, I could use that for something.
I have a
Oh,
little
if I'm
notes
with
app.
someone, then yeah.
Oh
Wait, do you have any jokes on your notes right now?
yeah, are there jokes in your notes app right now?
My notes, my phone's in the other room.
Oh, what an excuse.
Wait, I love
We'll laugh
notes.
no matter what.
Let's go.
Can I tell you-
Let's all read our notes apps to each
Oh
other.
God, that's
Yeah.
so dark. Never look through a woman's notes app.
The other day, my girlfriend was swiping through her notes, and one of them was just like the title, large text was "Gifts to buy my friends:" and and then just nothing.
Damn.
Like you can see the thought was there. Like she made the title and then just never went back to the list.
It's the thought that counts.
But yeah, isn't that cute? I love that.
Cute.
My notes app is like it's like lyrics, and then it'll be like some sort of miscellaneous list. There's definitely a password in there that makes no sense, and I don't ever like put what the password's for, so I will never remember this password. Like I will have to type this password in because I don't know what it's for. There just is a password, and then it's like it'll be affirmations or manifestations, and then like there will be a full like breakup message. I literally just have a note. I literally just have a note that says "You hurt me," period.
Do you remember who that was?
Did I show that to someone, or was it
You probably
literally-
just started
or was it
it.
me like
That's so
getting ready to draft that mad message, and
Yeah,
then
then you
like
stopped at "You
and then
hurt
I
me."
stopped at you. I
Yeah.
said enough said. Like you hurt me, period.
Maybe you deleted it.
I doubt I did. I'm sure I said that. But
One time you made me type out a text.
yeah, that was the first day we met. I was like,
I know.
type it out in notes. That's how you get it out of your system. And then you
type it for me.
I would, yeah, I did. And then you were like, I started doing that now. When I want to send that long, angry message, you're like, sometimes I'll write it in my notes first.
I always do that.
then you never
That's probably
send it.
my whole notes app.
Yeah,
too.
I do that. I never
Yeah.
send it.
Oh, I don't
No.
send it.
Oh, I send it.
I used to type it in the Messenger app
I am
and then delete it. And she saw me and she was like, "You might accidentally send that though."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, that's a
Also,
good
they're
point."
gonna see your
They
bubbles.
see the bubbles typing. I'm like, why would you ever give them that power?
Good. Fuck them.
Or the bubbles. No,
Yeah,
no.
enjoy the bubbles,
You,
bitch.
yeah, you see the
Make them
bubbles, you
wonder.
don't, and then you just don't respond, and then you're left on red, and it's like, and then 2 days pass, it's like, fuck, what? Why didn't that person respond?
Ben, what did your girlfriend do?
She's a therapist.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Oh,
That's dope.
damn.
Is she really stable or really fucked up?
Probably both.
She's pretty stable.
That's awesome.
Wow.
I mean, we've all got our fucked up corners, and she's got them too. But
Okay.
she's got her
That's
shit
so
together.
cool.
Does she
That's
need
cool.
a new
Get free therapy?
client?
I mean, I feel like we
you can't
both
have
give
your
her.
No, that's like
girlfriend be your
that's got to be a huge
therapist,
boundary, right?
Yeah.
It's 100%.
Yeah, does she
You
like
can't-
ever
you can't-
psychoanalyze you sometimes?
Well, you
Oh,
probably
yeah.
You
never
know,
But I
you
got
think
like leave a
everybody-
dish in the sink, and she's like, "This is because your dad left you." Something like that.
Yeah, that's classic therapist. You always do this because your dad left you.
But I also think I feel like everybody
But that's
psychoanalyzes
true,
everybody.
Though. Like,
Yeah,
You
that's
know?
true.
Yeah.
It would be like that was like you left that dish in the sink. That was your hurting inner child.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of that.
Is that what you tell people?
Therapists
This
don't
seems
do
like
that.
something you would say.
They have
That's
a
your
lot
inner
of
child
tools that
speaking.
helps
should've said
communication, the dynamics.
I
of
am the
relationship.
hurting
So,
inner child.
Honestly, it's probably good and it's healthier to be with someone who's a therapist because they won't judge you. They know how to handle certain situations appropriately.
Yeah.
And which a lot of people
Yeah.
don't. Like a lot of people, unfortunately, not a lot, but I've encountered a lot of emotionally immature people, and it's not their fault. It's just they don't have the tools. They were never taught the tools.
You're so right. It's
Yeah.
interesting. Like she's so skilled at stepping out of herself and seeing a situation objectively, and like seeing my point of view, which is so not usually people's problems. Usually their
Yeah.
problem is like I'm so stuck in my lens of things
Yeah.
that I can't see outside of it. But where she actually just sometimes needs help feeling what she feels.
Yeah,
Just ironic.
that's real.
No, it's not ironic. Like
Makes sense.
You know, they call therapists the wounded healers.
Right.
And so they've gone through a bunch of stuff purely, and they want to help people because they understand that pain.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
but unfortunately, we can't be objective with our own personal stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Did you
Right.
tell them
What?
that you used to be a therapist?
So yeah, I
You
used to be a
therapist.
I used to be a therapist.
Dr.
but-
Titchy.
Doctor.
Damn.
See,
That's amazing.
I definitely wear a lot of hats. Let's just say that. But yeah, so I understand from her perspective, it's difficult.
Right.
To see yourself outside of yourself, especially when you're emotionally overwhelmed. Like, you know, okay, I need some space. I need to take a breather before you say or do anything that you may later regret.
Sure.
But I mean, it's pretty cool. I like her.
Yeah.
yeah.
We should
Come
meet.
over, come
Yeah,
over
I
for
was
dinner.
gonna say, yeah, we just
you and
There
her
you go.
chat it up about
we'll chat and then
therapy.
we'll psychoanalyze you. It's great. We'll pick out all your flaws.
Yeah.
Damn, I want to date a therapist.
Yeah,
That
I
sounds
was
so
just
cool.
about to say I want to do
Damn.
a
It rocks,
Well, you
guys.
got one right
It rocks.
I recommend
Hey,
it.
It rocks.
there he is.
Hey.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hey, hey,
There's a little
Okay,
bromance
okay.
going on.
yo.
We were talking about earlier. We're live right now. That's the camera.
Hi, babe. Good to see you again.
Yeah, we're talking about the prank because we're gonna prank them, and these two are best friends. Have a seat.
Yeah, we've already been talking about you.
We told the story already. He's the one. He's the guy. I don't know who told him to come over.
Hi, I'm Bo.
This is Jay. Everybody, are you
Jay,
on camera?
Hit the shoes. Jay, hit the shoes. Jay, hit the shoes.
Oh shit.
You good?
But yeah, last night we were coordinating the prank,
Just take them off right here. It's fine.
and you were like, "Hey, I'm with somebody you know," and I was like, "Don't tell him about the prank. That's Cozy's best friend." And I was like freaking out. I was like, "Don't tell him anything."
Yeah, you guys were gonna pretend to rob.
And
Cozy.
you already knew. I don't remember. You responded with something, and I was like, "You already told him." What did you respond with? You were like,
Wait, what was the prank?
the prank. I just told him that I was going to be on this.
"Oh,
She said something like Jordan was gonna like pretend to rob Cozy at like a bank at gunpoint.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I was like-
that
I was like-
crazy.
yeah." I was like, "Don't even tell him that you're gonna be on, because like then
What
he'll
would you
know."
do? Like
that-
wear a ski mask?
Yeah, he's
No,
he's
no,
gonna
no,
come in.
Hi, do you know this guy?
I would have been.
Your
I
best
would've
friend. He's
known.
joking.
There's no way.
His little green hair when it comes out of his ski mask, and you're like, Jordan.
I would have just heard his voice.
No. I didn't want you to know who's gonna be
That
on
was
today.
Part 1, part
Oh, I
2.
see.
'Cause of
they're
the
gonna
prank.
Kidnap
I see.
him. They're gonna put him in the trunk, and they'd be like, "Surprise!"
Yeah, no, but no, I was like, "Don't tell him," and then you were like, "All right, he's not gonna." Good job, dude, bro.
Yeah.
Thanks for keeping the secret.
Oh yeah, hush, hush.
I'll give the mic back.
It went great.
Yeah.
That was a really good.
So how's everybody doing today?
Oh, I fuck with you.
So Ben is a special guest. He was on America's Got Talent, and he does like comedy music.
Oh, hi.
And he did like this like Parmesan cheese song that like went viral, and
Parmesan cheese.
yeah, it was about how like you go to a restaurant, like an Italian restaurant, and they give you just a little bit, and you're like, can I have a little bit more?
Yeah.
Can I have a little bit more? But it's like an anxiety trip because you
Yeah.
like want
No,
more
it's not.
cheese,
Yeah.
but like yeah. So
Oh,
yeah,
Yes.
nice.
Appreciate that.
Hey, fun ones
Yeah.
are legit.
Legit funny.
Really funny.
Bye.
What have you?
and then Jay, just rotate your body so the camera can see a little bit. This is like what it looks like right here.
What do I do?
Yeah.
I mean, I make music.
Nice.
I just got into rollerblading, so I've been doing that a
He's
lot.
the one that produced my track last night.
Oh.
My first
Yeah,
track
we made a
ever,
fucking
yeah.
bang.
On the
We
track.
now have a
Hell
face
yeah.
to this person.
"Don't say a word."
Yeah, make music and just overall just vibe really.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
It took me a while to figure out the whole vibe thing meant. I was like,
What do you?
Wait, do
what
British
you
people
mean?
not vibe?
people are like, oh,
Like-
vibe. I like.
British people don't vibe.
Yeah.
No, we're just awkward and we just complain about the weather. Yeah, I didn't know what vibe meant. I knew it.
I
but
mean, I feel like
didn't.
it's been looking like London here, right?
No,
like
6
lately.
months has been terrible.
If someone comes up and they say they want to vibe, that means they want to fight you.
I mean, no, that's not.
So if anyone says that, just be
Yeah.
careful.
Okay, all right, cool.
Everybody, they're like, you're cool.
Vibes are
I
high.
think we should vibe.
Yeah.
They want to do
Yeah,
that.
take your
So
money
vibes being high means I really, really want to beat you up.
and take your money. So
And
run away.
okay, and kill my dog.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
that. So
Alright.
run away.
Run as far as
Okay, cool. Noted.
I do want to see like an infographic of all the different uses of vibe because there are so many.
Mm.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, the LA version is just like you're cool and vibing. I'm chilling. I'm just like.
We're vibing.
If someone says they're vibing, that means they're doing nothing all the time. I'm just
Really?
vibing. That's what they mean.
Exactly.
They
Yeah.
mean they love to do nothing. That's what they.
But
really
it also
mean.
means like somebody's vibe, though. It's like also a personality.
Yes,
like
yes,
vibe
in
also
essence.
means
Yeah.
personality.
We vibe. Yeah, we
Yeah.
Their,
vibe.
like aura, their energy.
It's a good
their
vibe in
energy,
there.
their
Good vibe in this.
Like, why don't you like her? I don't know. I just don't like her vibe. But what does that actually mean?
You don't like their energy.
That's how to say
Yeah,
I
you
don't
don't
like
like their
someone
energy.
without
You
having a
don't- That's what I-
legitimate reason
Yeah,
for it.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's so true. Fuck.
I feel like we're vibing, all of us right now.
We are.
Yeah,
It's a big vibe.
Sure, I just
vibes are high.
I think Freddy's good
It's a
vibes.
big
No, you're new. You're new. Just keep it.
okay.
Yeah.
We're just
We're just
vibing. We're just vibing.
Feel free to hold
I
him and
just
stuff
felt
if
like
you
Hey,
want.
I feel like I'm
thanks.
here because I'm having the mic, and now I feel.
You don't even have it near your mouth.
We're only short too.
Yeah, we've been passing them
Sorry, I
around.
just get anxiety about
Here,
the
Jordan, you take
semantics
the
of
mic
life
from
Me
all
and
the
Bo will
time.
aggressively steal a mic when we need to talk.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
fact.
very true.
So Ben, so we've talked about a few things like music stuff mostly, bit of personal life. Like, is there anything else you want to like share, like talk about? Like, what have you been up to lately? You know?
What's your favorite color?
Favorite color? I like a deep blue.
Okay.
I like a blue. I like a blue.
Well, let me analyze this.
Alright.
What
There
does
you
it
go.
mean about? That's that's your hurting inner
Is it
child.
because I want to fuck my dad?
No, it means you want to fuck your mom.
Oh,
Yeah, there we go.
I thought so.
So your girlfriend says too.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
exactly it.
Second opinion.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what to talk about. I could talk about anything.
The vibes.
When's your next song dropping, Jay?
My next song. Right now, I'm working on a project that I'm trying to drop at the end of the year. It's gonna be like, it's crazy. I have like pop songs and shit on it, but it's like gonna be way different. But like, it's gonna make sense when it comes out. But then I have another project right now I can't really talk about, but I got like 30 songs deep in that bitch.
Ooh,
Damn.
30-song project you can't talk about?
Yeah,
How long did it take you to do 30 songs?
like a month.
That's crazy.
I
I
A
mean,
song
when I
a
say
day?
30, realistically, like 7 actual songs,
Yeah.
3 good ones,
Yeah,
and then like 10 demos, and then 10 other like
that's crazy.
ideas.
So do you start like a new idea every day,
In the
basically?
morning,
Yeah.
yeah, have my caffeine, and then I just kind of go brazy.
So
Hell yeah.
you're starting, you just leave an idea where it's, because I've been trying to do that more recently because I feel like sometimes I'll be like, I can't start a new one until I finish this one.
Mm.
Oh,
You just
dude.
like start on a
That's
new
how
one
I
and a new one.
feel.
Yeah, I don't get married to anything, so I'll just do some shit, and if I don't fuck with it, just abandon it, or just like kind of like this hook is cool, and I'll leave it, and then I'll probably touch back on it later.
Yeah, I think I want a little bit more of that.
Touch back on it later.
Touch back on it later.
But I kind of just like with this other with the side project, it's a lot different, so I don't really have to overthink anything.
Yeah.
And I'm treating it as its own entity. Like you probably won't even know it's me till I have a couple of songs that are gonna go crazy.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So.
It's exciting.
Oh,
You guys should all make music together. Just
Yeah.
make
Something
Wow, what if we all
What?
collab?
What
should.
a wild
Actually,
idea.
dude, we've never done music together, you know.
no.
We got to.
We could be the new like emo Spice Girls and Boys.
Let's do it.
I want to be in it.
2023.
What would they
yeah.
call that?
You can be the manager. You can,
Oh, I could do that.
yeah. You can tell us what we shouldn't do, what we shouldn't wear.
I'm sober, so I'd be real good at that.
Oh yeah.
You.
Well, me and Jay have a bunch of songs together.
I was gonna
I
make
guess
a
we
sober
say
joke,
Joe Play.
We have a bunch of songs.
We've got a few songs like over 1 million.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
On Spotify?
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Like
Spotify,
we have like what
everywhere,
15
but
songs, I think,
yeah,
something like that.
yeah,
Damn.
yeah. We have quite a bit.
We've been knowing each other for like
Yeah.
7 years.
Dude,
now.
Dark Days in Hollywood is going crazy right now. I don't even know if you know that. I should look it
I
Is
up.
that your latest song?
No, that was a song we made like
weird song. Like
this is
5
kind of a
years
crazy
ago.
story, but we wrote that song kind of because like X and Ski Mask had this song called Freddy vs. Jason, and we were like, oh, we like how they go back to back, so we were like going like bar for bar, and then Jay just like slept over at my house, and it ended up being the night that X died, so we both
Damn.
woke up and
Oh,
X was
yeah.
like dead, and we had like just finished making this like it wasn't necessarily like an homage track, but it was kind of like inspired by like that early like Freddy vs. Jason song. And it was
Yeah.
like I don't know, kind of a crazy story
It
with
was
that
hard.
one.
It's a good
But-
song. I snapped. I'm not finna lie.
Oh yeah, it just hit 1 million. That song just hit 1 million
Let's
actually.
fucking go.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
crazy.
It's awesome. Fuck yeah.
But
How,
thanks.
how long ago was that? Did you guys make that?
We dropped that song like probably 3-4 years ago, but
Yeah.
it just started like getting traction.
ago. Maybe
I don't know
it's
why. I don't
No
know.
idea.
Even like
That's
my
amazing.
biggest song blew up 2 years after I dropped it.
That's so awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
So it's just like I don't know. But I'm just like a firm believer. I mean, these two know because I've talked about it a lot. But I'm just like a firm believer of like putting out good music and just like it'll find its time, or maybe it won't. But like you just never know. You know what I mean? So it's like put out like ideas and you know get them into the world. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I feel like I've had so many songs blow up way later. So
That happens, especially with TikTok right now, dude. Like
Yeah.
the Sales album, that was like an album that dropped in 2007.
yeah.
Nobody knows that sound that like went viral, but it's just there's like this indie project or this indie band called Sales, and the song Renee. I can't remember what it was, but that song dropped when I was like,
Love that song.
yeah, dude, that song came
I was
out
gonna say,
in
I bet Bo knows
2000.
it.
I love that song.
We're talking about
Renee,
TikTok now?
Sales, Renee, and then the other one that like that other song that dropped in 2009, and
Wow.
it blew. And
It's an old song.
it's been
yeah.
sitting at like 400K plays for the last, I don't know, decade and a half or maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And then now it's at 55 million plays.
Yeah.
In
And that's a
2021.
bag too. It's crazy.
How do like TikTok trends start?
What happens is one person does a crazy dance and like falls off the roof or something, and then it kind of Yeah, to this song they liked from
Wait,
7
fall
years
off
ago.
the roof?
Just
Sounds
whatever.
like Jordan.
Something viral.
You could do that.
We need to make some.
You could do that.
Just some random TikTok, and then it just blows up, and then becomes a trend. And
I feel like
way.
there's no like logic to TikTok. Like people have tried to calculate things, and I know that there's obviously like a formula once you know what content works and what your like niche audience is. But when you see things that like blow up, it's so random. Like it's so random.
Yeah,
But with the music industry, like I feel like TikTok has played so far a huge part in it.
Everyone says that you can blow up easily on TikTok, but I find it's really hard. I don't know. It's the algorithm. I feel, I could be wrong, constantly changes, and you're either
No, it does.
you're either famous on TikTok like sporadically, or you're just trying for months to blow up.
well, the thing about it is, like 15 years ago, there was like a pretty straight and narrow path of what it meant to get to this point. And with
Yeah.
the evolution of social media and the internet, now there's absolutely no right way to do anything.
Yeah.
There's only wrong ways.
That's so true.
I'm being serious. If it doesn't work, then it's wrong, and if it works, it's right. And if it works,
No. Go on.
yeah. So if it works, then it's right. There's only wrong ways to do things. There's no right way to do it. So it's so confusing because like you can go and do dances or whatever it is, or you can do I've seen like, and that's so crazy too because a lot of people really view like TikTok through this very myopic lens of like their own self understanding. So like, I find a lot of creators on TikTok who do original things and like they're in their own lane, and I see other people who like really benefit from like trendy things and stuff. There's no like right way to do anything, so there's nothing you could study to be like I have to do that. This works for this person, which it might work for you, but it might not, and it's not.
And you can go viral on one video, or semi-viral, and the rest just doesn't pick up.
Yeah.
You know, you have like 300
Having-
views, and then one that's like, I don't know, 70K, and like that's it. It's like,
Yeah.
well, no one seems to care
Having
about that.
followers on TikTok actually is pretty meaningless.
Yeah,
Which is weird.
that's another thing too.
That's
It's
so
like
true.
it's really just about like if your content's hitting like all the followers and stuff. It's just a vanity point, just to like I have this thing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how you get jobs and shit now.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
that's
say.
true. That
Yeah,
is
it's
true,
so
though.
stupid.
You talk about that. No, she's on.
I
It
mean,
does have value, but not
It
in the
has value to
algorithms. It
people
has
who
real
don't
world
understand
value.
how
Yeah.
it actually works.
Exactly.
The following number means nothing. Like if you post a fire ass video, it doesn't matter how many fucking followers you have, but followers fucking matter in real life. Like that's how you get brand deals and all that other cool shit and like free brand deals
Yeah.
are free shit.
That's
But yeah, no, totally. Like
Or even setting up collabs or getting people involved in content. To be like, oh,
Completely.
I don't know you, but you're legit because you have
yeah,
followers.
because you have followers.
Like you can get people roped into
Completely.
crazy ideas if you have a lot more followers than
So
them.
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, but that's a lot of people looking at it like this. And I think when people stop looking at it this way and they start looking at it this way, it's about direct to consumer. Like you start feeding directly to the consumer, you will grow like an organic kind of thing. And like the brand deals will only like all those brand deals and stuff. Again, it's all just like vanity point. A bunch of people in a position telling you you're cool and like this, that.
No,
Yeah,
brand
no one-
deals are free shit. That's
Well,
not just
yeah, it wasn't
vanity. That's
cool.
free shit.
No, but he's saying like no one's getting rich off brand deals unless you like do something with
There's
Sprite.
nothing wrong with brand deals. Like, I'm not
Okay.
shitting on any of that.
Yeah.
They're like finessing it, but I just mean in the long run, you really want to focus on the consumer. That's what matters the most.
Word. Yeah.
And like TikTok is good at like direct to consumer, like giving it to these people. Cause like I know a lot of people who probably would never get a brand deal who are like fucking finessing millions of plays on their songs. Dude. Yeah. Oh yeah. Like I wouldn't say millions of plays, but like a lot. Like they're chilling. Like they're like climbing organically and shit. And they don't have like a huge kind of like burst of type beat. You feel me? But like they have like a solid like thing. It's like, but like a lot of that. It's really hard right now because with the state of like just content of any kind of art right now is like really hard to like pin it down because it's just so oversaturated and there's so many examples of so many things and everything's in your face and the algorithm kind of like makes you think something different and then it's not like that. It's really just about doing your thing, just putting it out there and it'll catch on, you know?
Yes.
beautiful.
Right, totally.
Yeah. If everyone wants to clap
cry.
about it, I said that'd be cool too.
That was a clappable moment. Actually, that was clappable as
So
fuck.
whenever you gotta go, bro, or anybody, just be like, yo, give a sign.
What time is it now?
I have no fucking idea.
9 something.
Okay. Tell your girl to come over here if you want. Okay. She's like, no,
tell her to
How long
no,
have you-
I will not.
Yeah.
She's got clients.
How
Yeah,
long-
right.
How long
Just-
have you guys been doing this right now for? How long has it been running?
been an hour and 4 minutes.
Oh, fire.
Wow.
So you did being on America's Got Talent like that? Has that brought any like real world value outside of like social media algorithms for you?
That's what's interesting
That's
is
a good
like,
question.
not really. It was an amazing experience, and I feel like the most value has been like in the experience, and also proving to myself that like I feel like I can do anything now because I did that.
That's awesome.
That's like a big. That's a
Yeah,
big thing
straight up.
in development.
It's the scariest thing I've ever done, and it worked.
What was the scariest thing about it? The audience? Like how many
Yeah, it
people
was
were you were in front of? Or
Yeah,
okay, that's the
yeah.
scariest.
You're just like sitting out in the wings, like walking out there, and like being on TV, and like with a huge fucking stadium. It's like
And you know there's millions
Terrifying.
of people watching live.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you know that like if you do some dumb shit, they want to capitalize on that.
completely.
So they want to make you look like a
Stakes
fool.
cannot be higher.
They want to make you look like a fool if they can.
Oh,
You
for
know what I
sure.
mean?
Yeah,
It's crazy.
but instead you won.
right.
Like you didn't win the competition, but like you won.
Totally.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I feel like. Yeah. I just feel like I think there was a little piece of me that was like, man, anything could happen over this. My life could change overnight.
Mhm.
And that didn't happen. And that's actually probably a good thing that it didn't, because I feel like now I'm coming back to like, what do I actually want to do?
Yeah.
How far did you get in America's Got in the show?
Semifinals.
Oh, that's fucking good.
Well, let me tell you. So the story, the reason why it's so crazy is that he went on and he was performing this song and he got X'd out by all the judges, and then the crowd was cheering so loud and like singing along to what he was doing that all the judges rescinded their X's. Yeah, and that's the
I like
first and
that.
only time, as far as we know, that that's ever happened. You know what I mean?
I like that. It's rebel
So
shit.
and then yeah, so pretty crazy
Our
experience.
voices do matter.
Your voices matter.
Yeah. The people.
Say it,
You.
bro.
That's why you gotta subscribe.
Subscribe.
That's
Hair Jordan.
straight to the
Subscribe to
consumer
Hair
thing.
Jordan.
Straight to the people.
Yeah.
It's all about the people.
Yeah, Jordan, how long have you been at it, man? Like what's your journey been?
I got internet at my place of residence for the first time 8 years ago,
Whoa,
and I started a YouTube channel
8 years ago.
had internet for 8 years.
Wait, what? Why didn't you have internet before then?
because I'm from like Indiana.
He's from
Oh, really?
bumfuck nowhere.
Internet in Indiana.
No,
Yeah.
no.
What? There's no internet in all of Indiana. My
The
homie,
parts
is
okay.
my
not
homie is
factual.
India. My homie's in Indiana right now, posting right now. I
Where-
FaceTime his ass right
Where
now.
I was. Now my parents, they just got like full high speed internet access like a couple years, 3 years ago maybe. It wasn't available. You can get it.
So when you went to places, you had to write down on a notepad, like take a left at the fork of the road, and then take
It was
a
probably
right.
only like one road.
Really?
Oh, it's primitive as shit. But we don't get into it. But yeah, so I started YouTube.
Was it you that said that alcohol? Yeah, it was that liquor is that people stop serving liquor at 9 p.m.
Oh yeah. Well, you can still sell it, but it's just all the stores are closed. Because I was just there, and I was like, for a long, I was like 6 weeks. I was like, I didn't drink any alcohol the whole time except like one exception. And I was like, because I just couldn't get any. I mean, I could if I would leave the house early in the day, but I'm not gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna press pause on productive hours to go find liquor and drive for an hour. I'm like, nah, I'll just not drink. So it was like, I wasn't drinking because it was just like too much of a chore to find a place
Yeah.
that was open to buy liquor at.
The
You've only been on the internet for 8 years. So you missed like all of like early YouTube, like
And MySpace.
I said my place of residence. So
okay.
I could go to a library. I could go to other people's houses. You know what I mean? Like I was.
So you had a MySpace account. You just
I did.
you just went to the library
did.
to get
That's
on
what I was gonna
MySpace.
ask.
Use the
Okay.
school internet to VPN, whatever you had to do. Proxy, like, because MySpace wasn't allowed on the schools.
Was MySpace like a revolution for you when you were? that
Yes.
age?
Yes. Yeah, social media.
I was about to be like, did you like miss out on Piano Cat and everything? Because that would have
Maybe.
sucked. Like,
yeah,
early.
Charlie been my
Yeah, Charlie been my
the
favorite.
Unicorn,
Charlie the
been my favorite.
Unicorn.
A
That's
lot
a
of
crazy
Charlies,
deep
yeah.
A lot
cut.
of Charlie's.
Yeah.
Damn, you
Oh,
really
the
8 years
puppet,
ago
the Harry-
wasn't that long
Harry
ago.
Potter puppets. Did everyone watch that?
Yes. Salad fingers.
Oh,
Yeah.
salad fingers.
We're all old.
Salad
But I did music and stuff. I was in a bunch of shitty bands and we would like tour. At one point, I lived in like 2 different RVs. But at one point, we had a sound system and we would book small tours because we would hit up places and be like, we'll provide sound and throw the whole show and basically do it all. And like places that weren't even close to where we lived, do it like hustling just so we could like tour and get in front of get out of Indiana, basically. And then I discovered YouTube and Instagram, and I was like, oh shit! Saw Eugenia Cooney recommend on Instagram, and I was like, what is this? And then like the whole like emo YouTubers thing, I was like, oh, there's other people that look like me on the internet. And I was like, oh shit,
That's fine.
what do they do? And I was like, I clicked on her link in bio. Oh, a YouTube channel? What's a YouTuber? And it was like, she's talking about buying clothes at Hot Topic, and I'm like, I can do that. They're talking about ear stretching and tattoo. I'm like, they're just talking about what they do in their life on camera, like about being like tattoos and piercings and clothes. I'm like, okay. And then I got into that whole world, and then now that was 8 years ago, and so now it's coming back full circle though, because music is really it. So I'm like, all right, I got to get back into releasing more music more consistently, and doing that stuff. I've done a lot of stuff, but now it's like my TikTok is more the thing now than my YouTube.
Yeah.
But I've done a lot of stuff in between. But anyways,
It really breaks my heart that you weren't able to appreciate Chief Keef when he first came out.
Oh, I know Chief Keef. I don't know when he came out.
Like 2008, 2009.
Did you have to have it? I knew what that was back.
Oh, you were listening to that?
I wasn't allowed to, but I knew what it was.
So you're at the library? That would have been me. Like,
At the library, listening to
Chief Keef.
Put in my affirmations in. I am fierce. I am valuable. Just watching Chief Keef videos every fucking day. I swear to God.
But that's why with last podcast we were talking about like stuff that has benefits years later.
Yeah, like planting seeds.
You're doing the work now, but you get benefits. Like that's been my experience because people are like, oh, I used to watch you like 5 years ago. I used to watch you every day because I used to make a YouTube video every day. Like as soon as I made enough money to quit my job, I was like obsessed with it. So
Wow.
What was your job that you quit?
Oh yeah, that's interesting.
I worked at a steel factory.
Oh.
And I had to quit because I wanted to I did hard labor most of the time. I wanted to quit so I could start doing YouTube when I learned what it was. Because it was like, I just was working like long shifts. And it was like basically I would sleep and work. I was like, I can't do this. So I switched jobs to be a caretaker. It paid less, but then I would just get up at like 3 a.m. and have like 4 hours before I had to go into my other job. And I was like, 3 a.m. to 7 a.m. I'm going to make a YouTube video every day.
That's so hardcore.
So I did it for like a year. Yeah.
Damn. What were your early videos like?
Stupid. That's the other thing about content. Even now, TikTok, it's like, what content do you make? Yeah, and you guys were like, what's your podcast about? I'm like, dude, I don't know.
Yeah.
We turn the camera on and we go. Like, it depends. It's kind of like music. Sometimes it's like you figure it out as you go, but you just know. It's like, this is the right thing to be doing. I should be doing this. And I'm like, I've never had like a super niche. I mean, it's kind of like emo alternative stuff broadly, but now you open TikTok and it's like there's like a chef, and every TikTok he makes is a chef recipe. You know what I mean? He's got his style super niche down. I've never been like that because I'm just chaotic and all over the place.
Totally.
I'm kind of lucky it's worked for me. And
Dude, that is my shit.
Yeah, that's interesting. I
Food
feel like TikTok
content.
works really well when you pick one
It's
thing
smart.
and do it all the time.
Throws the knife on the board in every single video. You know
I
exactly
love
what I'm
it.
talking about,
I love
dude.
it.
I
That's
will like go through and watch all of those.
My comfort content.
Yeah.
Really?
Is it cake people? Is it cake people?
Oh, the cake or fake?
I
Yeah.
don't think I've seen them.
What have you seen the show Is It Cake on Netflix? Okay, well it's just a bunch of people who create cakes that look like real things. Like literally like this mic can be a cake and you have to guess if it is one or not, and it almost always is.
Oh, I've seen little
Yeah.
previews of that.
And then
Did they
there's
have
a
like
shit
a-
ton of TikTok.
a cake.
Yeah.
And it is a cake.
and it is.
Yeah. And there's just I'm just completely on Is It Cake TikTok. Like my whole Fear
That's
For You
hilarious.
page is just like, I'm like, here's another. Is that a cake? Yes, it is.
Dude,
like
that
there's
would
this
fuck
one
with
woman
my
who made a wall
cerebral.
that was cake.
It's like an AK-47.
It's like a live person. The cursed,
And there's
the cursed episode they couldn't air. Is it cake?
Yeah.
Fuck, it's not.
Yeah.
That's so dark.
Fuck, it's not cake. That would fuck with my cerebral. Be walking around all day like, is this
Is he-
door cake?
Come on, it's
Just walk into the Is It Cake studio with a
Dude.
gun.
Is it cake? What is cake? I don't fucking know.
Dude, that's
Fuck with me.
that was a YouTube trend. I was making cake or fake reaction videos.
Oh, really? That was?
My friend's channel, like
Damn, I love that content.
Robbie Evans House. Yeah, we were like, this is a thing, and so we would me and his homies kind of worked for him, part-time, full-time, depended, because some of us were YouTubers too, but he was like blowing up, so we needed help. And so yeah, we would set up, we'd find videos on the internet, and then we'd also make some ourselves to make them look the same, so we could like fabricate like this. It'd be like a 10-minute YouTube video of him trying to guess, is it real or not? I think it was before the show, but that's like content. It's like when you find something like that, that's a trend, you just like immediately rinse and repeat. Oh, let's make more of these. And then eventually it becomes a TV show on like Netflix or Vice or whatever.
What are the
Crazy.
other like videos that were like viral and content that became shows?
Oh, I feel like there's like a lot.
Eating at the worst rated restaurant.
That was like YouTube videos.
Yeah, that
first.
was
yeah.
Oh, like like
Philip
the
Solo.
trends of like buying one of everything on a menu. Like that's like a show now. Like restaurants, like
Really?
yeah, people will go to restaurants and they try everything on the menu. But like also, it's like Food Network and like Bon Appetit. They have like a whole series on
Weren't they
on
first?
YouTube.
Or no, TikTokers did that first.
But like YouTubers used to do shit like that too, and they would like go and like buy everything, and it was like a haul, and then they would try one of like a bite of everything and rate it. Like I don't know, maybe I'm on weird like niche food.
No, you're
tips.
right.
Like, but I just like
Right.
remember seeing shit like that, and then like I've seen actual like networks do that now. When I really was just watching like some random YouTuber go through a drive-through and be like, "Give me everything."
yeah, I feel like I'm forgetting
Oh, I
something
remember
else that was like a YouTube thing, and now they're like it's a whole ass TV thing.
There's probably
now.
a lot, to be honest with you. Yeah.
Dude,
Does it-
sometimes, sorry.
Oh,
I was gonna say that's the thing when you're like in it, like surrounding yourself with musicians. Well, for a while I was surrounded by like YouTubers and content creators, and it was like sometimes I would see like when I saw the cake show on Netflix, I was like, oh, this is done. Like I'm so sick of seeing these videos. But like nobody it hadn't been mainstream yet. But it was just because like I was around all the people that were like, hey, there's a trend, and then we'd text each other. You know what I mean? It was like that. So I feel like there's probably a lot of shows.
Yeah,
Probably more than you realize.
that's TikTok content for moms, so they can watch it on
like
Netflix.
that baking show
Oh,
on
true.
Netflix.
Yeah.
No,
What show on Netflix?
Like the what was it? The British Bake Off or
The
something.
Great British Bake
Yeah.
Off.
Are
or
you kidding me?
something.
That was
Yeah.
all of COVID was me watching that.
Oh god.
That was so comfortable. Yeah, is it? Yeah,
Well,
that and Criminal Minds.
Does anyone remember? This was a while
Balance,
back.
baby.
Like it was where these bunch of like hardcore rockers used to like make these big, oversized like burgers and pizzas and stuff, and then they'd eat it.
Oh.
Do you remember?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, and he'd be
what's
like-
that
and it's
called?
this dude
like,
who-
it's 5,000 calories.
Yeah,
That
that's
one.
it.
You know it. You know what it was
Oh,
called?
what was it called? I was gonna
I
say
don't know what it's called, but I've
Supersize Me.
definitely
Dude,
watched
you
it.
know who fucking Rebecca be kicking with that. Rebecca and
Guy
Eric.
Fieri?
No,
No.
Okay, I love him.
like Eat Guys, Monster Guy. It's like
Oh, that YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god. I know the guy's name. Harley. I know the guy's name. Why
Yeah.
can't I remember their fucking channel? No.
Epic,
that's what it was.
Epic
Epic
Meal
Meal
Time.
Time.
Epic Meal
Epic
Time.
Meal Time. Yeah.
God, I want to
Steak.
go home
When
and
they like
watch
have
that
bacon
now.
wrapped in
Yeah.
bacon shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, those people.
Yeah, it was
bacon.
crazy. It'd be like 10,
Yeah,
20,000
like in
calories.
in like the early
I
I would
2000s.
get like
obsessed with
20 like Big Macs, like put them in a casserole
Yeah,
with
it'd
like
be like
nachos.
McDonald's
Yeah.
pizza,
And then they just like eat it like animals.
and they'd always drink a
yeah.
lot. They'd just do whiskey all the time. That shit
Yeah,
was
my
crazy.
old roommate was on that. Was one of the episodes of that show too.
Really?
She just has like a picture of her like literally with like the biggest fucking burger wrapped in bacon, and yeah, this is disgusting.
Dude, that shit sounds like
Yeah,
a
that sounds
fucking
fun.
prison to
It's
me,
like Mars
dude.
Attack.
You said prison?
That sounds like just a like. It sounds shitty. it sounds like torture.
Why am
Yeah.
I the only one that I actually would do it? I mean, it'll
Really?
hurt.
I think most
Yeah.
people would. I don't know. I don't know why.
That's what terrorists do. They put you in a room and make you eat the.
Well, I mean,
They'd capture you.
I'll eat until
'Cause
I'm
they-
full, which is probably 2 bites, but
It's probably what other countries think America is like.
yes,
though.
it's true.
It is.
Like, is
because
what
it's
epic
true.
mealtime is.
Everything
yeah.
is oversized. Like the salads, like back home, a salad is just this tiny little salad with like some light dressing. Here it's a.
That's
big-
why you lost the war.
Yeah, why are you
Oh,
upset?
here
That's
we
why you
go,
lost.
Here we go. The 4th of July is coming up soon. But yeah, no, we have these like you guys Americans.
You guys.
You guys,
Y'all.
y'all. I can't do that, but yeah. Hey y'all.
Damn near. Can't do this damn near accent.
Rip roaring.
We don't even really sound like that.
I don't.
Dude, that's 1, 2 places. Actually, that's a lot of places. in the.
But all other countries, when you ask them to do an American accent, that's what they fucking.
They go to
they
New
usually
York.
go
Yes,
with
it's
Southern.
Can you do an American accent?
No,
Yeah, wait,
like I
please,
said,
please.
I said, okay. Oh god, I showed it to you earlier. Yeah, we did it already.
Do it again. Do it on camera. We're doing it live.
Okay.
Last live stream we were at today.
Yeah, literally just. All right, don't laugh. You're gonna laugh.
No.
All right, hey y'all, I'm gonna like pick my sister up from the rodeo, and
But what
I'm
about
also gonna do some.
Things Americans have never said.
I'm gonna pick
Hey
my
y'all,
sister.
I'm gonna pick my sister up from the rodeo.
Now
And then I
imagine.
gotta do some naughty things to her. Gonna make her eat stuff and make her eat my stuff.
classic Americans?
Just classic.
I'm gonna make her eat my stuff.
My stuff. I'm gonna make her eat my hot dogs I made, my organic hot dogs. Add some extra pickles to that,
Y'all,
y'all.
Add some extra pickles.
Little squirt of mayo in there as well. This is not kid friendly, everyone.
I would love to imagine you're going to go to surgery and they say all those things before. Like the surgeon says all that.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, and then they put the anesthesia in
Yeah.
as well. And it's
We're
too
about
late.
to go get some pickles, y'all. Like, fuck.
stat.
Right, you guys got to do a British accent now.
Oh hell no.
Right.
like Ben. Ben's got to do
Diddly old chap, give me some split of lung. Yeah, let me get in your bunker. Let me lip
bunker.
lap your hundred. How's that?
No one says that.
What are you talking about? That's all you
Why
guys.
is your body actually like your physicality?
That was like maybe
That's-
100 years ago people said that. But like, no one these days says
Is it true? Like there is different. I think dialect's the right word.
Yeah, yeah. There are
And like
different
so, there's like
accents
the like Cockney accent, which is
Cockney
more
is
like,
south.
Can you do that? Like what
Oh,
would be
fuck.
that's
I'm from London, blue. And I sound like this, and
like
I'm from
this?
like this. I can't even do it.
Because I've heard like different like people and like influencers and or whatever like content creators. I don't even know. Can you say that about everyone, even if they're just like not popping off? Like people that are
Content
making
creators.
content?
Just yeah.
I don't know if that's
Blue
the
anymore. You're just a content creator.
No, I'm like I don't know. Stop! Don't. I didn't.
I love.
That was kind of mean.
I love the
liked it.
collective gasp around not popping off.
I
Though.
know.
It was like,
I was
how
like,
could you say?
do you say that about like random people you're following? As some random content creator, a human on the internet, but like.
I
They
don't
sound
pop off, so I
completely
guess I'm
different.
out.
It's like the whole like chav thing.
Oh, chavs, yes.
And like their voice, the way that their accent
Like-
sounds is completely different than like the Queen's English, which is like very
my s-
posh.
Yeah, my stepdad has a very posh accent because he's
It's-
from London.
Yeah, it's like Mary Poppins
Hello,
versus
darling.
like I don't know.
Could you pass the potatoes? Thank you.
so good. Queen's English. That's Queen's
That's
English.
but that yeah, and also what my stepdad sounds like.
So you're from London?
No, I'm from Solihull, South Birmingham, where Peaky Blinders,
Oh, wow.
Black Sabbath.
Okay.
See, I
Yeah.
completely understand you, but I've gone on a date with a guy before that was British, and I literally needed subtitles. Like,
Okay, but it
I-
doesn't matter. Like, does it matter?
What
mean, it's
matters?
For me, I don't know. I have like a thing with accents. Like, if they have an accent, I don't care if I need subtitles. If I don't understand you, but it sounds
Oh,
pretty.
but they also have to be
I
attractive.
think it's
I
me
need
saying
to
no.
understand. Like,
We need to somehow converse on more than a physical level.
I
Well-
could just listen to someone with an accent talk for a very long time. I just want them to read me a story.
Oh.
It's not even sexual.
The three little
don't you get annoyed
bears.
after a
Three
while?
piggies.
You're like, I don't know what the fuck you're saying.
This girl I saw she spoke Italian, and I'm not religious, but she like pulled the Bible out and was reading it in Italian, and I was like, suddenly I want to go to church. Like, I don't know, it's just fascinating.
You're inspired by different dialects and accents.
Yeah.
Do any of you guys speak another language?
No.
I can speak a bit of French.
I'm fluent in Russian.
Whoa.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's because you are
That's
part
sick.
Russian.
I'm Belarusian, technically. I don't like saying that I'm Russian anymore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So you support Putin? I see.
No. So I used to just always say that I'm Russian because most Americans don't know where Belarus is because it is like
Gary V.
Belarus?
Is he from Belarus?
I don't know who that is.
Wow.
He's
Actually, yeah, he was born in Belarus. You don't know who Gary Vee is? Do you guys know who Gary Vee is?
I heard that John Wick is from Belarus, but I've never seen the John Wick movies. Movies.
Dude,
Just fighting.
I was working in the steel factory with earbuds in, listening to Gary Vee's book called Crush It, where it was like, YouTube's the future. Be a YouTuber. Like, it was like a whole audio book on that. And I was like, yeah, like that was one of the biggest books that actually was like, I should get into this YouTube thing. But it was like while I was like on the clock, stacking steel.
Stacking steel.
Yeah. I need to meet him someday. Tell him that. But I'm sure like a billion people have told him that though. I thought everybody knew who he was.
I know, definitely know who Gary Vee is.
But so your family's from Belarus? Did you grow up?
Yes. No.
No, you're born here.
I'm first generation.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but but I am an ESL student. Yeah, my first language was Russian, and then I learned English when I was like 6.
Wow.
Yeah. It doesn't come in handy though, like not like Spanish. That would come in more handy.
Yes, we had an incident with the Uber driver. We ordered food earlier, and then the driver wasn't outside the building, and she only spoke Spanish and not English. So we were like, "Uh-oh, can you speak Spanish?" And yeah, it was. It's definitely a language that I feel like everyone should know and learn.
Yeah, she was not helpful either because I was like trying to ask her very simple and broken Spanish questions, and she'd be like, "Oh, español," blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, "No, slow down."
Right.
I don't know it that well.
You can use Google Translate now. I'm pretty sure. There's a.
We can. Well, on the phone when you're talking.
Yeah.
You
can
could
type-
literally just
type in
talk,
text and
yeah.
then hit the little audio icon, and it'll speak Spanish.
We didn't even think of that, did we?
Well, the problem is we couldn't understand her, and she was like on her car speakerphone, so it was like, and it was like, slow down.
What's with Uber drivers
it
doing
easy.
that?
We can work this out, but like,
We can work this out. Like you and the Uber driver are about to get into the most epic battle. We can
I just
can
wanted my
work this
chicken
out.
wings. I just wanted those chicken wings. It was so good. I can't remember. I was gonna suggest a restaurant, but I don't know what the restaurant's called. But,
Slay. No free
know.
promo for that
I was about to
restaurant.
say you'd be terrible with brand deals.
Yeah, you're like, you know what? I ate at this restaurant. They gave me my meal for free, but I don't remember the name of it.
It was real good though. Yeah.
Ah, fuck it.
I
Just go wherever.
suggested.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
oh, those wings were good though.
fire, dude.
I have to check on Uber Eats to figure out like what place was called. My search history of the previous orders.
How long have you been in America for?
For a few years, like I don't know, 6, 7 years.
I've known you for 10 years.
Has it been 10 years?
Yes. You've been in America for more than 10 years.
Damn. God. Oh. No. Okay. Oh shit.
Press
conference. Okay. So anyway. It's. Oh, what was the? Oh yeah. Anyway, yeah. So
10 years.
every time I go home, though, I feel more and more like a tourist. When I go home, people say that I have a British accent with a hint of American, and when I speak here, people say I'm either Australian or maybe British. So
Well, maybe that's just because some of us are ignorant.
all my accents definitely
lot of
changing.
us.
I don't think it's as strong. Like Vince, another British friend, he has a very thick accent. He's Cockney. Like I'm Vincent Clancy.
I'm Vincent
Clancy, and I make videos. I can make you famous, internet famous.
I think his British accent's better than yours.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't live out here like
Yeah.
I've lived out here. So it has been a very strange few years. Los Angeles is an absolute shit show of good and bad.
Yeah.
That's all I've got to
It's true.
say.
It's true.
Because so many people come from literally all over the world, and everyone has and there's a lot of cultural differences, a lot of opinions that differ. When you're in one city, everyone kind of thinks the same, and they believe the same things. Usually, you come here and it's like you're arguing with basically the cat because the cat won't shit in the litter tray, and it's like, I mean that metaphorically, but. If that makes sense.
You lost me. Yeah.
Is that an expression?
Yeah. As in, like,
real thing people say?
Arguing with the cat.
like it's like the cat. You want the cat to shit in the litter box, but he or she won't shit in the litter box.
Right.
It's like
Right.
it's like because that's a custom, that's a norm. Like you expect them to shit, but you train them and they just don't shit.
Now I know, we know how you and Vin feel when you're hanging around us and you don't understand.
Yeah, we don't. I don't
They
understand.
shit in the litter box.
Pretty much, man. Just shit in the goddamn litter box. But no, there's words like bet. I just recently discovered.
You
What
just
word?
learned the word bet.
Like since for like the last 8 months ago, yeah. What was it? Oh,
But that's also a new word. We haven't been
Facts.
saying that long.
facts. I say truth or true. What
You ever
else
said
is there?
true before you moved here?
I never said facts before.
You're like true. You said
But I say
true.
true. If something's accurate, I'm like, all right, true. Yeah.
Well, this is kind of like slang. Like fact
Yeah,
is a
these
word,
are
but saying
slang.
facts is like
Facts.
slang.
Facts.
Everyone
Kind
says
of
facts
like
now.
Facts.
Facts, no printer.
Yeah. I don't know what that.
Thank you.
I haven't either. That was good.
Yeah.
Oh, I say that all the time. I thought it was a real thing.
It is a real thing.
That's a
It
real
is
thing,
now.
right? I send like the facts emoji, like the
the facts
yeah.
thing,
Sometimes instead of like just being like facts, I'll just send the emoji.
That was in the
Anyway.
Omarion song. Facts no print.
Okay, it was like I had to come from somewhere. I'm not that great.
See,
Shout out to Janae Aiko.
That's the thing. Like when it was like, is it cake or is it real? When by the time the show came out, I was like, oh, this has already been done so much. I'm sick of it. You hang around people with like 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 Poe and Jay, and then you'll be the first one to hear all these things. And then by the time everyone's saying it, you'll be like, oh wait, they were saying it months ago.
It's also funny here, Lisa, be like, it's a new word. I was just like, you listen to old rap music. They've been said all these things.
Wait, has bet been around for a
A
while?
lot of these words, yeah.
Oh wow.
You have been said it.
Yeah, it just wasn't like popularized or whatever.
How did people start saying bet again?
Bet.
What is
What
the
does that-
what
what
is
is
the
that?
root of the word bet?
But yeah,
Probably
what's that?
club
That means
promoters.
cool.
What?
Club promoters.
Club promoters.
Club promoters probably start saying it, and then it's kind of on the club, and then we're like,
It's
No,
giving
and no
promoter.
cap.
The new
What
meta.
about-
Yeah, what's
yeah.
no cap? That was
Yeah.
just I didn't for the longest time I didn't know what that meant.
Me neither. Don't worry.
Do you now?
I don't think that's a British thing. I think
No.
that's
Cap
just
means
an-
lie, so no lie.
Oh, I thought it meant it was bad.
Well, I also think bet would be like, if you make a bet something that's going to happen, you're like confident it's going to happen. So people just started saying bet as in like, oh, I bet you won't be there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But it's like bet.
I feel like
Like
that's
you
like
could make a bet.
Yeah.
that word has
On
been
God.
overused, but now it's on God. Period. Period. Queen.
Facts.
Slay.
Slay, that's another one.
Oh, I say that word far too often.
That means you're cool. Okay, well, I just.
Oh, I thought you were calling me cool because I say the word slay way
No,
too
that-
often.
no, no, no.
I was like, well,
What is
okay.
slay? I thought slay meant cool.
It can
I
mean
think
a
it
lot
means
of
like you'd like
things.
like I don't know. It just means
It means
you're-
everything.
I feel like it means like do your thing.
Do you
Like,
Yeah, you're like, okay,
Like
slay.
slay.
Slay's a medical term.
medical term?
And a
Oh, no, yes,
and a
right.
serial killer term.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
If
And
you,
you love those.
if you're really
serial
healthy,
killers,
the
right?
doctor will be like, Slay.
Shit,
It's
gotta
in,
watch out
it's
for
in the
this
medical
one.
dictionary.
This one, he's on a mission to
This is
kill.
my second serial killer reference, so now I'm the
Yeah.
serial
What was
killer
the
guy.
first
It's
one?
Yeah.
giving Joe Goldberg though.
I was making a joke about how clean my car is, and it's like a serial killer tell.
That's a good joke to tell around strangers.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He's like, anyway.
He's gonna like gas us in a minute. Like,
Yeah.
His roommate's just gonna put a thing in. He's gonna wear a mask, leave us. We're gonna be passed out, and then next thing we know, we're
Dark.
missing kidneys.
It'll be like American Psycho.
I guess that's
you know,
content,
from
huh?
Patrick
It
Bateman.
really is. And then you
They're
go
like, we've got to pay the rent.
Joking.
How do you think I afford this place?
Kidneys.
Podcast is paying off. Dude.
Everyone's got 2 kidneys. We've got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 kidneys right here. It's perfect.
Maybe a heart. Who knows?
They go
Oh,
for
you were
what?
asking
Like
me
maybe
earlier
3
how the
grand
boys
on
got
the market.
house.
There you go. Dark
That's
web.
how.
Yeah.
It's crazy to
Harvesting
think that
kidneys.
people really be stealing kidneys. If you can
us
successfully
have a
remove
second
someone's
kidney.
kidney, patch them back up, and put them in the bathtub, you should just be a
That's the
surgeon. You'll
initiation
make
to be part
way
of the
more money
friend
than
group.
selling kidneys on the market.
Well, I mean, yeah, but you have to go through a process of being in school for 10 years.
If
being
you're
in so much
taking
debt.
kidneys out successfully, these people are surviving, then you have a better record.
You're right. You
field
should
than
just
people
walk into
in.
a hospital and go, "Hey, I didn't go to school, but look at me. Just
Yeah.
watch me take this
I have
kidney
pictures
out."
on my phone. You want to see them?
Yeah, like resume right
Just
here.
section them.
Yeah.
But then they'll be like, okay, well, can you do it successfully without the person bleeding to death?
A lot of people survive. That's what I'm saying. A
Yeah.
lot of people get their kidney taken, they survive. And it's in
Oof.
like a bathtub.
Oh, God.
You know this.
Dude,
these guys are
really similar.
Yeah.
Our friends are
Hey.
Oh, psycho killers.
What do you think? We get along, so our friends get along. Yeah.
That's cute.
So we're all nuts then.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Maniacs.
Absolute
Loony.
crazy psychopathic.
Bonkers.
Maniacs.
Completely off our
Bonkers.
rockers.
Yeah.
Completely bonkers.
Dude, there's a video of Bo biting me in the face that we posted as content. As like real content. It wasn't ironic.
The video was not planned, nor was it like it was
No, it was
not
like-
content. It was natural.
Like it was
content.
real, but you let him.
You
I
actually
was,
proper bit him?
yeah,
Were
because
you
I was.
mad?
I do that sometimes.
Oh, for like to be cute.
Wait, I wonder if it's still there.
Like, is
There
it a cute
tattoo
bite?
inside that says I bite.
Oh.
Anyhow.
So you okay? Should I
least I
just
warned
stay at
people.
least a meter away from you?
No, it's like in a cute way. It's like I don't know
But
how
does
to
it
show
hurt? Do
my
you draw
love. So
blood?
some
you
no,
really
I'm not
warn-
like I'm not like trying to murder
You're
people.
not, like,
It's like I don't
conning
know
it.
how to show my love, and sometimes I'm like,
But do you really
Oh,
warn
you
people
nit.
if it's on the inside of your lip?
Yeah.
Like,
no.
it's like you
I
should
knew.
s- Come on, I warned you. It's like what? Like when would you have ever seen that?
Honestly, I've never gotten any like complain about it.
No, people like you, even in the comments, because we used to date, and then it was like I brought a different girl around, and then she like was biting me in front of her until she left.
Damn,
Yeah, so it was like it was real, like
it was the thing.
way to go. And then we made a TikTok about it, but people still like you. We had a couple ex-girlfriends,
Still, like,
couple like.
Amazing.
I feel like that could be a whole series, to be honest. But
Well, like, it's just Jordan and I got really, really, really close really fast. Like, no matter what, we met because, like, we were supposed to meet and we were just, like, universally connected. So even after, like, we're clearly just supposed to stay friends, people don't know how to handle the fact that, like, that doesn't change the fact that we're very close and will remain very close. So, like, I have to tell people, too, like,
oh yeah, you told them, you showed
I'm
them.
like, well, if I'm like seeing someone like the guy with that's the
Different
person,
topic.
That's
I
a
like
person.
told them I was like, listen, I like we're seeing each other, but I was like, I have a husband, and like I will act like that.
That's right. You were going around telling people you were my husband too.
Yeah, I'm like, well,
Damn.
also I thought it was
At
really
Blackout.
funny at Blackout because people like
At
ask
my
me
event.
because I say that like jokingly, but usually we're always with homies or like homies of homies. So they're like, I'm like, yeah, my husband, and I'm like pointing to Jordan, but then. At Blackout, obviously it's not like a house party or something. So there were like random people coming in and they were asking me, they're like, oh, like, how did you find out about this event? And I'm like, oh, it's my husband's event. And they were like, thought I was serious. And then like came back multiple times. We're like, oh, I saw your husband over there. And then they're like, oh my God, show me the ring. What's the proposal story? And I was like, I kind of want to run with this because it's just fucking fun. But like, then there were like other people being like, oh, like, that's his wife, and I was like, nope. But
Yeah, you did a whole thing, but
it's not a real thing. I just made it a bit.
did you film any of it?
No, I should have.
Okay, that's like my criteria. We can all be crazy. I can have friends that are a little unstable, but like film it and send it to me so I could
Oh,
post
no.
it as a TikTok because people did like some of the videos.
yeah, unstable.
But those
goes
are
off.
natural videos. I was like,
Yeah, but it was real. Like it wasn't.
I literally was just like, I mean, sometimes when I'm in that state of having fun, I'll like film something random and then the next day I'll like look back at it. I'm like, oh shit, that happened. I just saw a video of me slapping my ex-roommate across the face because he asked me to. I had no idea that I had done that. I was like, when did this happen? And Austin was like, you didn't hit me hard enough. And I was like, what? When did I hit him?
I love Austin. He's cool.
Damn.
I gotta split.
You gotta go.
It's been a fucking absolute pleasure.
Say goodbye.
Yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure hanging out
It's
with
probably
you guys.
time we can call
Yeah.
it
and the
too.
folks at home. Well, I guess we're calling it so.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, I'll do the wrap up. So, Lost Boys podcast episode. I don't even know, maybe 5, maybe 6. We gotta keep count better. But Ben, thank you so much for being on the podcast. Where can people find your stuff?
At Ben Lapidus on TikTok, at Ben Lapidus Music on Instagram. I am Ben Lapidus on Facebook, Ben Lapidus on YouTube, Ben Lapidus on Spotify.
There you go, Ben Lapidus.
Slay.
Everything's in the bio. Everyone's IGs and things and descriptions and whatnot are in the bio. And yeah, just thank you for being on.
Thanks for having me. It's
And
been-
thanks to
been
all
a
of our
pleasure.
lovely-
Been a great convo.
Yes, and
Very
thanks to all of our
entertaining.
lovely co-hosts as well.
Let's make some
Bringing the
fucked up
vibes.
TikToks together sometime, dude.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Let's get
Cool.
banned from TikTok.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
That's so
let's
easy.
end it.
Yeah. Let's get the Chinese government.